We are live now.
Thank you so much for the confirmation. Very good afternoon to everyone who's joining us for the All India Global Jigyasa Quiz 4.0 finale for the seniors category. It's Aman Agarwal again. You're seeing me for the second time today. We just concluded the All India Global Jigyasa Quiz finale for the juniors. And right now as well, we have 4 lovely students joining us for the seniors category. Mind you, these 4 students have made it to the finale after battling it out with thousands of students. And after 2 exciting, engaging weeks of quizzing, we're down to these top 4 students. And joining us today are the parents, students, and our founder and managing director, Mr. Anant Prasad. And there is no better feeling to start off this finale by hearing some words of wisdom from our founder and MD, Mr. Anant Prasad. Sir, you have the floor.
Thank you. That was very flattering, Aman. But just for everybody's reference, I'm just an avid quizzer and a lifelong learner. And that's what really drives us at SkillSphere Education to do what we do. I have to admit, I had given a speech at the beginning of the finale of the juniors quiz. And I'm not going to repeat parts of it because trying to speak spontaneously. But one of the things that was going on through my mind is I'm very envious of Aman today. Very, very envious. We have had 6 editions of the All India Global Jigyasa quiz till now. This is the only edition where I have not conducted a quiz by myself. I've always been very active as a quiz master, and definitely all the finales have been conducted by me. There were 4 actually All India Global Jigyasa quizzes that took place prior to this, but one was for students of grades 9 to 12, which is why this is called AIGJQ 4.0, because it's grades 3 to 8. And we have done 2 in the Middle East as well. Very successful, grown by leaps and bounds every single time. But there's always been a quiz that I have conducted, and I love interacting. My team is so competent, do so many things so much better than me now that I myself don't get an opportunity to actually do what I love most for the best reasons possible. And I love interacting with students. I love interacting with learners. I love interacting with quizzers for the very simple reason that we get to learn so much from all of you. All of you are sources of inspiration for yourselves. I'm a firm believer in the fact that yes, it's great to be an inspiration for others, but be an inspiration for yourselves. Because if you're an inspiration for yourselves, you will automatically find the drive and motivation to learn and do new things. And that's really what Global Jigyasa is about. It's been my pet project since 2015. It's been 7 years now. It started in different forms. We used to share general knowledge resource bases online, some of which are still available, quite outdated though now on our website, where we used to write about different countries of the world, states of India, other global issues, natural issues. And it was something that we totally love doing. So that's where it all started from. It metamorphosed into these Sunday weekly quizzes for adults, which started off in about 2018. They're still going on. I don't know whether some of you have subscribed for our Sunday quizzes as well. They're very, very active, very popular. 10 questions about the world, 4 options each, 1 correct always. And we try and update people about the happenings of the world through it. And then we were struck by this unfortunate pandemic where we realized that there is an opportunity. There lies an opportunity to actually get quizzers and students from all across the country together on this one common platform where they can discuss, deliberate, learn about different things and seek inspiration from themselves as well as each other. And that's what gave birth to the All India Global Jigyasa quiz. It was conducted for the first time in April 2020, an absolute success on a much smaller level. And we decided that, we don't stop here. We take it forward. We try and grow this as a concept. We of course have our quiz clubs which keep going on, which have hundreds of students participating. We have different things. I'm in fact writing books for schools now very soon, which will be launching in the coming academic year. And we since then have conducted so many different editions, and I'm proud to say that this is now one of India's largest online inter-school quiz contests. We have had over 2,500 students participating in this edition alone. I think at the end of it, there was slightly lower than 2,500 students who actually attempted the quiz, but we had so many registrations for us, and we're so happy to see that children from across the country are coming up, 350 plus schools. And today, when 4 of you participate as the finalists of AIGJQ 4.0, you need to realize that you've done a great job, of course. You've come through 4 grueling rounds, right from the prelims to the pre-quarters to the quarters and the semis, battling it out with many of the best minds across the country. But what you need to realize is that today, the 2 hours that you are going to participate in the quiz are a superb learning opportunity, an absolutely superb learning opportunity. I always state that, quizzing is not really about answering questions, and this keeps repeating itself. We sound like stuck records in our mails, I know, but we really try and impress upon all of you the fact that quizzing is not about answering questions. Do not pick up a GK book and try and mug it up. That's not the objective of quizzing in general. In fact, you will realize from today's quiz how you might have seen questions in GK books, but they're often paraphrased, and how we might struggle to answer them. Okay, it's very important to try and understand the application of the knowledge that you gain, the application of any knowledge from across the world that you have. If we are talking about what is taking place between the Afghans and the unfortunate Taliban regime, and I'll be honest enough to call it unfortunate. We have Aditi ma'am who's joining us as well. Aditi ma'am has come in. It's important to understand how it impacts us, as a population. That's something that's very important. So don't simply focus upon trying to learn about things, understand the application on your lives. And that is what is going to take you forward. With respect to today's finals, I'm sure that all of you are going to do brilliantly well. You have already done supremely well to come all the way till here. And now Aman sir, as the quiz master, will take it forward. It's the first time, as I told you, that I'm not conducting a quiz, so I'm going to be on the sidelines. It's actually paternity leave time for me. I've just become the father to a beautiful baby girl. So I'm taking a little bit of time off, but I'm definitely going to be viewing this quiz on the sidelines, and Aman is going to do a fabulous job. Very, very envious of you. All of you, Agastya, Sakshin, Ananya, and Siddharth, all the very best. Some of you have appeared in previous editions of the All India Global Jigyasa quiz, almost ended up as winners as well. I hope you take your past experiences in this quiz or any event, or in the past rounds of this quiz, as learning opportunities to try and apply yourselves. What I can tell you is that today's quiz is not simply about knowing the answer. It is going to require strategy. It's going to require patience. It's going to require presence of mind. Okay, it's important to be clear about how much you have scored at a certain point in time vis-a-vis those scores of other contestants in order to make correct decisions, and breathe. Okay, if there's one last piece of advice I'd like to give you, it's breathe. The clock takes 10 seconds at the same speed in a quiz and outside of it. Okay, and 10 seconds is a lot of time. So because 10 seconds becomes 8 seconds, don't get scared. All right. So thank you so much. Of course, we have parents who have joined us as well, but most importantly, one of our dearest well-wishers, supporters, and of course, mentors in so many different ways for a lot of our initiatives. I keep going to her for a lot of guidance, and she's always been one of the biggest propagators of integrated learning of different ways, whether it's through quizzes, through arts, or otherwise, has joined us today. And thank you so much, Aditi Misra ma'am, the principal of DPS Gurgaon Sector 45, for taking out some time to join us. I'd be very grateful if you could share a few words for our finalists.
Thank you. Thank you, Anansh. Thanks a lot. All the best to all the participants. Like Anansh sir just said, you all are winners already. You have won at your, the regional levels or whatever, and now you are here for the final. So breathe, think, and then answer. Don't jump at answers. I've seen that happening at a couple of times, that you knew you were very close to the answer, but you jumped and you gave a wrong answer. So I hope the best contestant wins. My best wishes are with all of you. And like last time, I sat for the entire quiz, not just for the first 10 minutes, as I had promised. I hope I'm here for the rest of the quiz. All the best, Anansh, and all the best, dear children. Do well.
Thank you so much, Aditi ma'am. Thank you so much, as always. Aman, very quickly, before we move on to the actual quiz, we have the parents who have joined us. If they'd like to share their brief words of encouragement for the students, please let them do so. And then we'll start the quiz from there on.
Okay. Thank you so much, Anand sir, and thank you so much, Aditi ma'am, for joining us today. And we don't have just the participants in this quiz room. We also have their parents today, and they are here to motivate the students, wish them all the best. In fact, while they leave the room, I'm going to get the students to wish all the best to the parents, because I understand they might be more nervous than the students here. Students, are you feeling nervous and excited at the same time, or only nervousness or only excitement?
Only nervousness.
Only
Okay.
nervousness.
All right. I'm going to take help from your parents.
Excited.
All right, great. So great to hear that. I'm going to take help some help from your parents so that that nervous energy eases out. And obviously, we have our wiggle hand exercise that now all of you are accustomed to. We'll drain out all the negative energy. So we shall start off. We can go ahead with Siddharth's parent. Ma'am, please go ahead. The floor is all yours.
So first of all the best to all the contestants. Like I tell my own son before any quiz, winning or losing, yes, as a student, when I used to participate also, it is important. And no matter what anybody might say, everybody is here to try and win. However, in a quiz, there are a lot of things that matter, right? If the questions pass, who is your, who sits next to you, or quiz is a very vast ocean, right? And you cannot a full lifetime is not sufficient, and you people are all very young. Even in corporates we keep learning. If you're quizzers, we keep learning, and some days you win, some days you lose. That's the nature of life also. So learn that lesson, that winning or losing, you are better off today than you were yesterday. In these 2 hours, if you have gained some knowledge, right, and that thirst for knowledge, that jigyasa or that curiosity is what will take you forward in life. So good luck to all the participants, and take this as a opportunity to enjoy the process, so that you continue taking part in this process, right? So there is absolutely no reason for anyone to feel tensed or worried. Life is full of opportunities. So you just have to be curious, keep learning. All the best. And Skillsphere is amazing work. So I have to say that not just in organizing quizzes, all the trainings that you do also very high quality trainings. I've participated in the MUN trainings. My younger daughter also participates. So this time, for example, she did not clear post round 2, right? But she still today also opens the book that you have given, and every day she practices a few questions. So that's how you grow as a quizzer, that's how you grow as a person, right? And amazing work, Skillsphere, especially given that the new NEP regulations have, from the government side also said it is very important to have an integrated learning experience. So all the best for all your initiatives. Look forward to more such initiatives.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for those kind words. Yes, as ma'am mentioned, it's a growing opportunity, it's a learning opportunity, and you all should all keep that in mind when attempting this quiz. So we will quickly move on to the next parent here. Agastya's mother is also here. Ma'am, if you would please enlighten us with your words. Ma'am, you're on mute actually. Yeah.
Sorry. So I would like to thank, Skillsphere, the Jigyasa, as well as DPS School for providing this platform. So it's like kind of, great opportunity to utilizing what they have learned. Okay, so the one thing that most I like is what Agastya told me. It's not, there is no topic decided. It's all what you have learned in your, the whole learning life till now. And that's, there is no what he has, like the basic, knowledge related to the current affairs. So it's a kind of awareness. So thank you so much, Jigyasa, for providing this platform, and thank you DPS School for introducing Skillsphere or Jigyasa to the students. And thank you so much, and all the best to all kids who are participating.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your lovely words. Yes, students, I know we all are excited, and we'll quickly move on to the quiz, but we still have 2 parents that we have to hear from. So we can now move on to Ananya's parent.
First of all, good afternoon to everyone. I would like to thank Skillsphere and my daughter's school, the Lodha World School Thane, for giving such a wonderful opportunity. The first memory I have is my daughter coming home from school and telling me, Mama, there is a quiz and I want to register for it.
Okay.
And I was so surprised because I didn't think she was prepared for any quizzes because of this lockdown which was there. I said, it's up to you. You are most welcome. Go ahead. And true to the word Skillsphere, what I am very happy about is the skill that she is gaining, the curiosity that it is forming. And the way I know that there are so many areas she didn't really know. But today, as she travels, she is always alert. She is very aware. She tries to link things, and she's observing cars and brands and everything. And I am very happy. I thank SkillSphere for it because that has been a greatest motivator. Ultimately, that is what is important in life, the skills that you learn. And as one of your trainers said in the previous rounds, that it is how you apply what you learn in your life. And I'm very grateful to SkillSphere. And before I sign off, very congratulations to the founder, Mr. Anansh. You just said that you have become the father. And so very congratulations to you too. And all the very best to all the participants. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, as ma'am mentioned, students, you have to apply whatever you're learning. I hope, Ananya, you observing things with a lot of attention to detail definitely helps you along the quiz. And it's not only for today's quiz, but for life, because quizzing is a part of life. It's just not to get those marks in your exam. Though GK is not a separate subject anymore, it never was. And that is actually what we're trying to change with SkillSphere Education's programs and initiatives, integrating GK into curriculum, because a lot of times students take it as a separate subject. Nevertheless, we'll now quickly move on to Sakshan's parent. Ma'am, over to you.
A very good afternoon to everyone here. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the participants for having made it to the grand finale. In my eyes, all of you are winners already. For Sakshan, I would say that we wanted him to explore, this world of quizzing, and wanted him to see that there are more exciting and thrilling activities than video games. So, I'm very happy that he's enjoying it to the fullest. And a big thank you to SkillSphere for this wonderful opportunity. Would just like to say one thing to Mr. Prasad. I have attended, as a teacher, I have attended a workshop that you had conducted in the school, DPS Gurgaon. And you will be glad to know that I use those strategies that you introduced us to in my class, and it works really well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That's very kind of you. That's very, very kind of you. I'm glad that I was able to help in some way. Thank you so, so much. In fact, I'll very quickly hand over proceedings to Aman at this point in time. We have had a very exciting juniors quiz that got over from 12 to 2. We had Darsh Bhatnagar back from DPS Gurgaon Sector 45, who finished off as the winner, with Ishan Ray from Elpro International School, Pune, finishing up in second place. And we had a joint third position with Manvi from Ryan Education School and Manan Mayur Gupta from Orbis International School in Mundwa in Pune, ending up in joint third place. We of course had a fifth participant, Aisha Ayub from Kerala, from Punalur, in fact, if I'm not mistaken. So we had a lot of diversity with that particular quiz. We do have a lot of diversity here. We have 2 students from the Delhi NCR territory. We have 1 student from Lodha World School, Thane in Maharashtra, close to Mumbai. Technically, I'd consider it a part of Bombay otherwise. And of course, we also have a student from Trivandrum, Thiruvananthapuram in Siddharth joining us. So all across the country, great students, all the very best. I am, of course, going to be a bystander now, very, very subtly watching everything and enjoying the quiz with all of you. Aman, over to you. And parents, may we please request you to move to the YouTube live stream link, the seniors YouTube live stream link. You can watch the quiz from there on. Aman, over to you. All the very best, participants.
Right. I am just sharing the YouTube live stream. All right. So parents can join us on this live link. And yes, Shalini ma'am, are you there? Will you please let us know if you're there?
Yes, I'm very much there.
Yeah.
I'll join from the YouTube link, no issues at all.
Ma'am, if you'd like to share anything, please go ahead. I think we did not give an opportunity.
Nothing at all. Like, I'm from Delhi Public School, Sector 45, Gurgaon only. Yeah.
No, ma'am, stay. That's not an issue. We can have that. That's okay. All right, students. Yes, I think you all said that you all were very nervous. I hope after listening to your parents, you all are a little less nervous. Yes? No? Yes, Sakshan is a little less nervous. Agastya is like, no, sir, neutral. Ananya, neutral. And Siddharth's like, no, all right, fine. Don't worry. I'm going to say something that's maybe going to get all the nervous energies out. I know all of them mentioned that all of you all are winners, but I don't want the competitive spirit to go down one bit. So remember, this is a competition. You all are here for winning. But one more thing I'll second that with is, even if you don't manage to end up becoming the winner, because we can have only one winner, remember that learning is more important. Okay. In any competition, you never lose. You either win or you learn. All right. So take this as an opportunity to learn. As Ananso mentioned, the quizzes are full of application of mind. This is a seniors category. You are all smart students, senior secondary students. So make sure that you keep your calm. You all will be given an ample amount of time to answer questions. So do not worry. Okay. So I will share my screen. And before I share my screen, since you all told me you all are still feeling nervous, we will do our wiggle hand exercise. Okay. So on a count of three, everyone, 3, 2, 1, we'll start wiggling our wrists. Okay. Start wiggling, start wiggling. Let all the negative energy flow out. All right. Start wiggling. Stop. Start wiggling, start wiggling, start wiggling again. Start wiggling. Take a deep breath. Stop. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Hold it. Release it. All right. One last time. Start wiggling. Let all the negative energy flow out. We're here for the finale of the All India Global Jigyasa quiz. All right. Stop. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes, release, and open your eyes. All right, we're all set. I'm going to share my screen and welcome all of you officially to the All India Global Jigyasa Quiz 4.0 finale for the seniors category. And starting off with thanking our beloved sponsors and collaborators for this event, Juggernaut Books and Scram. All you lovely participants out there, you will all be receiving gift vouchers from our gifting partner Scram. And you've already attended a reader's night that was organized by Juggernaut Books. So thank you so much for collaborating with us. Now, moving on, as I already mentioned, we're down to the final 4 participants out of the initial thousands. And all of you are supremely talented, knowledgeable, smart, and it's now time for a final showdown. So I wish all the best to all participating students. Everyone is a winner, yes, but at the end of the day, we should take this opportunity to learn. Okay, so we will start off with student introductions. I'd love all the students to quickly introduce themselves to the audience members. Shoini ma'am, please go ahead and curate this segment.
Thank you so much, Aman sir. Hello everyone, how are you all feeling? I see smiles. I see tiny, tiny little smiles. Okay, let's all not be nervous and quickly introduce ourselves and get started with the quiz. Yes? Okay, let's start with Sakshin.
I'm Sakshin Ghosh. I study in class 6 in Delhi Public School, Gurgaon, Sector 45. And even though this is my first quiz experience, I'm so excited that I've gone to the finals. I had no idea that quizzing was so fun.
That's amazing, Sakshin. Ananya, let's hear from
And I,
you.
of course, wish the best to all of the other participants.
That's the spirit. Definitely. Ananya.
My name is Ananya Kutare Kalamkara and I'm looking forward to this quiz. I wish all the best to all participants.
Perfect. Agastya?
My name is Agastya Prashar. I'm from Delhi Public School. I study in class 8 and I wish all the best to everyone.
That's a great spirit to have, all of you. Siddharth?
I'm Siddharth, and I'm from St. Thomas Residential School. Yeah, that's it.
So essentially what everyone has done is, my name is Aman and I am from Mumbai and I am 23 years old, which is information that I can already see. Sakshan is from DPS, Agastya is from DPS, Siddharth is from St. Thomas, and Anya is from Doda World School. I know that. Tell me something that you love to do. Okay, one thing that you can do 24/7. Let me make it easy for you. I'll give my example. Okay, you make me watch any sport, you make me play any sport 24/7, 365 days, I'm all in. Middle of the night, start in the morning. Let's hear from you. What is something that you love to do? Introduce yourself to the audience. Sakshan, let's start from you.
One thing that I would do is, as you said, sport.
Can't hear you.
I'm a very big fan of basketball. If you told me to play basketball 24/7 for 365 days, I would be incredibly tired, but I would love to do it.
That's
Great.
amazing.
Awesome. Yes, Agastya?
I like to read books, I like to play video games, and I like to play basketball. That's it.
Amazing. Siddharth? Participate in MUNs.
Yeah, participate in MUNs, but MUNs are like very stressful. So like if I have to do this every day, I would do reading or listening to music. Either one is fine.
All right. Yes, Ananya, finally coming to you.
Well, I am a rhythmic gymnast and I would do that 24/7. And I like reading and singing.
Amazing. It's a very talented bunch of students that we have here. And without further ado, and without giving you any more words of wisdom, because I think you've received enough, we'll straight away jump into the finale. So if you all are ready, please show me a double thumbs up. Awesome. So the entire finale is based around the theme of famous personalities. Everyone loves to be famous, and why people become famous is because people love to listen to you, okay, or they really are inspired by your activities, your actions, and that is how people become famous. Okay, so this entire grand finale is dedicated to some of these famous personalities, and some of them include Chandrasekhar Azad, Chanakya, Edward de Bono. So all the formats will definitely be explained to you. I wish you all the best. And the first round. In this round, all of you, it'll be interesting to you to know that the entire concept of marathon, all right? A marathon is 42 point some kilometers, right? And why it was all started is because this particular legend first ran a marathon to Athens to ask for reinforcements in the battle, then ran back to Marathon to fight, and then ran back to Athens to announce the victory of the Greeks. Unfortunately, he died on the spot therein, and that gave the birth to Marathon. All right, today this entire event is called behind that geographical location of Marathon, and it's run for 42 kilometers. So in this round, you all shall be like Philippites, and you will have to try to run as far as possible, not physically. So in this round, I'm going to ask you 2 sets of maximum of 4 questions, all related to the same topic. Okay, the contestant can keep on progressing to the successive questions irrespective of whether his or her answers are correct or incorrect. There is no carry forward in this round. In fact, for the first 2 rounds, we don't have any carry forwards. So we'll have an order of performance, and then we'll flip the order of performance for the next try. And then similarly, we'll keep going so that the entire quiz is fair to all participants. But there is a twist. As you keep progressing, the points related to each question keep changing. So the first question is worth 5 points. If you give an incorrect answer, you don't get those 5 points and you end up getting 0. But for the second question, it's a plus 10 minus 5. Consequently, it's a plus 15 and minus 10. And the last question, it's a plus 25 and minus 15. So it's kind of a leap of faith and some courage that you will need to show. Obviously, when you're running a marathon, the last phase is most important and the most critical and the most difficult. So at any point, if you feel that you want to stop answering the questions, you can inform the quiz master, that is me, or I will obviously ask you before you go ahead and answer any question. Okay, so I'll repeat, there are 4 questions in one set. Supposedly, I start with Siddharth. Okay, I ask him the first question, he gets it right. I go to the second question. I ask him, do you want to go for the second question? He says yes. We go to the second question. Unfortunately, let's say not jinxing anything, but he gets it wrong. I will still let him appear for the third question irrespective. Okay, that's how the entire flow will go. Yes, Akshay.
Sir, it will be like the earlier rounds, right? The time of you reading the question plus 10 seconds to think, right? For the
I will actually give you all 15 seconds to think because this is a seniors category and the questions don't have options. Okay, so I will give you all anywhere between 15 to 18 seconds depending on the length of the question. Okay, we are anyway not so strict on the time limit, but adherence to time is important. When I say time up, no answer will be entertained once I say time. Okay, any other doubts? Okay, so I just read this slide out for everyone's reference. For successive questions, before the question is shown, you have to decide, as I told you want to answer it or not. Once shown, you have to answer the question. If you don't answer the question, even then you will earn negative points. It's not that you saw the question, you do not know the answer, you don't want to pass it. You will still earn negative. So you have to be sure before telling a yes to me if you want to answer that particular question. Okay, think carefully. As we've already warned you and cautioned you, this is all about strategy. Okay, thus you will decide how much of the marathon you want to run. Okay, once you inform the quiz master that you do not want to answer a successive question in the set, no further questions for the set will be asked. And since there are no carry forwards for any unanswered question, we don't need to worry about the forfeited questions.
Just one more question. I know it's a bit of a fringe case, but what if I'm saying the answer for the question and let's say there's 2 words in the question? So let's say I'm saying 2 words and then the second word I'm saying after the first word and then the time up. So I'm saying the second word. And
no,
then
don't worry. We will be
as long as it is part of the same answer.
Yes, don't worry. We will take care of such situations. You should not worry about that. Okay, cool. So just to understand, we'll have a sample question now. This team is the most successful team in the IPL, having won the greatest number of IPL championships. Can you please name it? Anyone? All of you, please unmute yourselves.
Mumbai Indians.
Mumbai Indians is the correct answer. Mumbai Indians is the correct answer. Unfortunately, they are having a very bad run in this season. They have won one match yesterday. So that's saving the face, right? Ananya, you like Mumbai Indians? No? Yes?
Yes.
Awesome. Great. So then we'll move on to the second question. I will ask you if you want to attempt it. If you choose not to, then it gets forfeited. But if you choose to, you have to give me an answer. Otherwise, you get -5. So question would have been, Mumbai Indians is currently captained by Rohit Sharma. Interestingly, though, he took over as captain from another great Indian legend who retired a few years back. Can you please name him? Sachin Tendulkar. Right? Correct answer is Sachin Tendulkar. And I'm telling all again, please unmute yourselves. Even in the sample questions, nobody puts themselves on mute. All right. Third question would have been, before he began playing with the Indians, Rohit Sharma was a member of another IPL franchisee. It was based out of Hyderabad and is now defunct. Can you name it?
Sunrisers Hyderabad.
That is a new franchisee. What was the old one?
It was Deccan
Chargers.
Deccan Chargers, yes.
One of the favorite IPL teams. Even till date, I support the Hyderabad franchisee. Deccan Chargers is a great team. Lot of students know that Rohit Sharma actually started his IPL career with Deccan Chargers. Fourth question would have been, the Gujarat Titans and the Lucknow Super Giants are two new teams to join the IPL this year. Can you name the captain of the latter team mentioned in the question?
KL Rahul.
KL Rahul would be the right answer. Well done. Now we are ready for the round. So these were some sample questions, right? So we are all set. The order of performance is as follows. We will start with Siddharth, followed by Sakshan, followed by Ananya, and then Agastya. There is no carry forward in this round. Then when we come to the next turn in this very same round, we will go from Agastya to Ananya to Sakshan and to Siddharth. All right. So Siddharth, first set coming up for you. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, now, Siddharth. All of you can be on mute so that there is no prompting because there is no carry forward. So we'll have only Siddharth stay on unmute. Siddharth, every question you have 15 seconds to answer. And remember, +50, +10, -5. So I'll inform you about your bits. First question for you, Siddharth. Here we go. The president of Ukraine has risen in global stature since the start of the Russian armed aggression on Ukraine. He has worked towards mobilizing global opinions against Russia in an admirable manner. Can you name him?
Vladimir Zelensky.
That is absolutely right. A great way to open the account. +5 points to Siddharth. Siddharth, the second question is worth +10, -5. Would you like to go ahead with it?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. This region is a cultural, historical, and economic region in southeastern Ukraine. Russia has claimed that its major objective is to liberate the region and its Russian-speaking people from Ukraine's discrimination. Regions like Donetsk and Luhansk fall in this region. Can you name it?
Crimea.
Sorry?
Crimea.
That is actually the incorrect answer, Siddharth. The correct answer is Donbas. All right, so that will be a -5. No worries. Would you like to go ahead with the third question? That's a +15 and a -10.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Taking the risk. Here we go. It is believed that Russia's larger objective is not to simply annex the Donbas region or to make it autonomous. It also wants to allegedly attack the Transnistria region of a neighboring country that was also carved out of the Soviet Union. Listen carefully. This region also has Russian separatists. Can you name the country in which the Transnistria region is located?
Moldova.
That is absolutely right. +15 points to you, Siddharth. That's covering up for the previous lost round. Well done. And now the fourth checkpoint will be worth 25 points in positive and 15 in negative. Would you like to go ahead with it?
No, sir.
All right. That will be it from Siddharth in set number 1, question number 1. Would you like to see the question, Siddharth?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
All right. Just give me a moment. Here you go. Even though I wouldn't be giving you any points for it and deducting
yes, sir, I understand.
The question would have been as follows. In mid-April 2022, the Russia's Black Sea Fleet suffered a major blow when one of its most powerful Navy ships was severely damaged after being attacked by the Ukrainian missiles. This Navy vessel was a symbol of Russian dominance in the Middle East and shares a part of its name with a place where you'll find the Kremlin. Can you name it?
Moskva.
So that would have been 25, but it's okay. I think you've been defensive and I understand because you're playing the larger game. All right. Thank you so much, Siddharth. We will now move on to Sakshan. Sakshan, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, Sakshan. The first question for you is as follows. The Mac and the iPad are two popular products that are manufactured by this American technological company headquartered in Cupertino, California. Can you name the company?
The company is Apple.
That's 5 points to you. Well done. Apple is the correct answer. Will you like to go ahead with the second checkpoint?
Yes, sir.
Plus 10 minus 5 it is. Here we go. Steve Jobs, Ronald Wayne, and this particular gentleman are the co-founders of Apple, one of the world's richest companies today. Can you name this third gentleman who was also a co-founder of Apple? 15 seconds. 10. 5 seconds.
So Tim Cook.
All right, Tim Cook is the incorrect answer, Sakshan. That will be a minus 5 for you. The correct answer is Steve Wozniak. All right, the third founder, Steve Wozniak, after Ronald Wayne and Steve Jobs. All right, Tim Cook is the CEO of Apple. He didn't find out. No worries, Sakshan. I will still give you the opportunity to go for checkpoint 3. That will be plus 15 minus 10.
Yes.
Okay, Sakshan, I have your confirmation. Here you go. In 2014, Apple acquired a very famous headphone maker and music streaming company. It was founded by the music producer Dr. Dre and was brought over by Apple for $3 billion. Can you name it?
The Beats by Dre.
Beats Electronics or Beats by Dre is the correct answer. That's 15 points to you. I think we are following the same trajectory as Siddharth followed, but here we go. It's a chance for you to change it. Checkpoint number 4 plus 25 minus 15. Would you like to opt for it?
Yes, sir.
Taking the leap of faith. Here you go, Sakshi. Apple's first company logo had a drawing of the father of modern physics. He is credited with inventing a branch of mathematics that involves differentiation. Name this individual. You have 15 seconds. Last 5 seconds.
Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton.
Just in the nick of time, I have submitted your answer, but can you enlighten us, Sakshan? How did you get to Isaac Newton?
Sir, I was just going through my brain and I remember seeing in a YouTube video the other day about the evolution of Apple's logo. And I remembered that the first Apple logo was so complicated. And then I remembered that it had a person with an apple falling or something like that. But I remembered that it was about Newton, Isaac Newton, and it just popped into my head.
Sakshan, well, that run through your brain has got you 25 points. It is Sir Isaac Newton. That's 25 points to you in this set. So 25 plus 15. No, you did not get the 15. You got the 15 right. Correct?
Yes, sir.
That's 40 points from you from this set. Right, Shoini ma'am? All right. We'll now move on to the next participant. That is Ananya. Ananya, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Ananya. Your first question is as follows. Ali Khamenei is the supreme leader of this theocratic country. Name the country. You have 15 seconds. Iran is the correct answer. That's 5 points to you. Should I go to the next checkpoint? Plus 10 minus 5?
Yes.
Here we go.
Yes.
Iran lies to the south and adjacent corners of this water body, which is the world's largest inland body of water. It is often referred to as the world's largest lake, though this makes things quite confusing. Can you name it?
Caspian Sea.
Last 10 seconds. I have an answer already. That's Caspian Sea. Just give me a moment. Yes. Caspian Sea is the correct answer. That's 10 more points to you, Ananya. Would you like to go ahead for the third checkpoint? That's plus 15 minus 10.
Yes.
Here you go. The Caspian Sea receives its inflow from a European river on its shallow north end. This really long river flows through large parts of Russia and is often referred to as its national river. Can you name this river? You have 15 seconds. 10.
Volga River.
Right. Let's see if that's the right answer. It is the right answer. That's another 15 points to add to your tally in this set. And that's the correct answer, often referred to as the national river of Russia. That's absolutely right. It might sound confusing, but you can see it enters into the north end of the Caspian Sea. Well done. Now, will you actually go for the fourth checkpoint? Plus 25 minus 15.
Yes.
I'll give you 10 seconds to think. And I have a yes, a very confident yes. Here we go, Ananya. The waters of the Caspian Sea are a major source of conflict for the countries that surround it. One of these countries is in a long drawn conflict with another country named Armenia over a region called Nagorno-Karabakh. Can you name this country? Last 10 seconds. 5, 4.
Azerbaijan.
All right, Azerbaijan. Have you heard about this country before?
Yes.
Is it a random guess or you connected some dots?
No, ma'am. Sir, I have heard about it.
All right, it's in a long drawn conflict with another country called Armenia. Well, Azerbaijan is the correct answer. That's 25 points. You've scored a hole in this round. That's 25 plus 15 plus 10 plus 5. Well done, Ananya. We'll be coming back to you again. And those who haven't been able to score, do remember you have another turn in this very round. So you can actually collect a lot of points. Right, let's go to Agastya. Agastya, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Agastya, I don't know if this is the luck of the draw, but here you go. There are many types of fouls in this game. When a foul is committed on a basketball player when he or she is in the act of shooting, it results in 2 of these. These are very much easier to score points with. Name them.
Free throws.
Free throws is the right answer. That's 5 points to you. Plus 10 minus 5. We did go to checkpoint 2.
Yes.
Here you go. I can already see a smile on his face, but questions do end up getting difficult. So all the best, Agastya. Second question for plus 10 minus 5. There is another type of foul that exists in basketball. This foul is committed if a player bounces the ball, then touches it with both hands and then bounces it again. Can you name this foul?
Sir, it's double dribbling.
Double dribbling is the right answer. That's plus 10 to you. Well done, Agastya. Sakshan, I know you're putting your hands on your mouth. Don't worry. Questions are not going to be so easy. Okay. Agastya, you want to go to the third checkpoint plus 15 minus 10.
Sure, sir.
Here you go. Basketball is a sport that was invented a lot more recently than other sports like cricket and football. It was invented, in fact, by a Canadian-American physical education teacher. Many basketball awards across the world are named after him. Can you name him? Ten seconds. 5, 4.
I have no idea about
No
this
idea,
one.
no problem. Sakshan, do you have any idea?
That is James Naismith.
That is absolutely right. But Agastya, you will earn a minus 10 on this because it was the incorrect answer. Because you did not submit an answer, irrespective, you will earn a minus 10. So James Naismith is correct, Sakshan, but that was Agastya's question. So Sohini ma'am, Agastya will get a minus 10 on this. All right. Cool. Agastya, would you like to go for the next question? Plus 25 minus 15.
I will.
You will?
Yes.
Okay. Last year, Giannis Antetokounmpo and his NBA team won the NBA World Championships by beating the Phoenix Suns in the NBA playoff finals. Can you name the NBA team that won this trophy last year?
So Chicago Bulls.
Is the incorrect answer, Agastya. The correct answer is Milwaukee Bucks. Sakshan, you know this?
Sir, I don't watch basketball.
You just play basketball.
So I play basketball. Sir, once I tried to learn how to like shoot better, so I watched like a small bit of a match.
All right, no worries, Agastya. I'm so sorry. I'm Sakshan. But Agastya, that's a minus 15. I'm so sorry, Agastya, but that is a part of the draw. That is a part of the game. So you tried to take the risk and go ahead and cover those plus 25 points. That's okay, Agastya. You are going to get one more opportunity. And now you know how you need to place your risk appetite. Correct? Now that you know that you're already on a negative point, you can structure your risk appetite accordingly. And this is valid for everyone. If someone scored really well, they know how to, structure their risk appetite. And those who are on median scores, they know how to, take that risk, or they need to, they don't need to. That is what is the strategy that will determine how you fare in this round. Okay, now we're going to reverse the order as I had promised. So Agastya, next question will be for you, then Ananya, and then Sakshan, and then Siddharth. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, I want everyone to keep a one-hand distance from the laptop, and I should be able to see both their hands. This is a part of routine checks. And whenever I ask you a question, please look straight into the camera while answering. I know you can look to the left and right up above the sky for an answer. Unless you're looking into your brain like Sakshan did, you're not going to get the answer. Okay, so keep looking straight and internally keep thinking and you will get the answer. Okay, now we'll move on to Agastya's question. Here you go, Agastya. In the middle part of this section of the human body, there are 3 tiny bones that play a very important role: the hammer, anvil, and the stirrup. Name this part of the human body. You have 10 more seconds.
Sir, I don't know the answer.
No problem. You don't know the answer. That's okay. Since this was the first question, you will not earn a negative point on this. The correct answer is, I'll help you decode. Agastya, if you look at the question, what does it mention? 3 tiny bones, right?
Yes.
Where do you think in this entire body we might have tiny bones? In which organ?
I'm not good at biology. I have no idea.
Maybe the nose. You know your human body still. The nose and the ear, maybe?
Yes.
So the hammer, the anvil, and the stirrup make a part of the ear. Okay, so ear would be the right answer, but I will still ask you if you'd like to go for the second checkpoint. Plus 10 minus 5.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're limiting your participation to this. That's okay, but we will still quickly visit that question and we'll then move on to the next set altogether. The question would have been, this part of the ear separates the outer ear from the inner ear. When sound waves reach it, it causes to vibrate and then it's transferred to sections of the ear. Can you name the part? Anyone can answer.
Eardrum.
The answer is eardrum.
Right. The correct answer would have been eardrum, but since nobody took that question, we will forfeit that question. So, Sohini ma'am, please note that Agastya, in the second try in this round, he got 0. Okay, and then the first mark continues. That's okay, Agastya. We have 3 more rounds to go. All right, don't feel sad. Don't be bogged down. We've seen people make comebacks. Siddharth is testimony to it. So you do not worry. Okay, let's go to Ananya. Quickly load your questions, Ananya.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Ananya, are you ready?
Yes.
Here is your first question in this round, second question in this round. First question of the set. Known for making some of the most extravagant and cinematically brilliant films in Indian cinema, this particular director has made films like Padmavat, Devdas, Bajirao Mastani, and most recently, Gangubai Kathiawadi. Can you name the director? Ten, 5, 4, 3.
Sanjay Lee Bansali.
Sorry?
Sanjay Leela Bansali.
Well, Sanjay Leela Bansali is the correct answer. That's 5 points. I got that. All right, that's 5 points. We'll ask you if you'd like to go ahead with the second part of this second checkpoint.
Yes.
Okay, just give me a moment. Slight delay in Zoom. Here we go. You are going for the next one. The movie Padmavat was loosely based on the life of a particular ruler who was a part of the Delhi Sultanate. He is credited with instituting several revenue and market reforms in the Delhi Sultanate, but it was also infamous for his violent ways during warfare. Can you name this ruler who was succeeded to the throne by Malik Kafur? 10, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Khilji.
Time up. I'm so sorry, Ananya, that came after time up. I'm so sorry. That came right after I said time up. I'm so sorry. I will not be able to take that question. So it'll be a -5. You know the first name?
Khilji.
It's Alauddin Khilji. All right. So we would have had to answer the entire question in order to be marked correct. But anyway, it came after the time up. So I'm so sorry. We'll not be able to take that. We'll give a -5 to Ananya for this. But Ananya, don't you worry. We have another checkpoint. Plus 15 and -10. You'd like to go for it? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. In Bajirao Mastani, some parts of the Peshwa Bajirao's life are depicted. In due course of time, the Maratha Empire was divided into 5 centers of power, with 5 powerful Maratha families controlling these regions. God bless you. The Holkars were from Indore. The Bhonsles were from Nagpur. The Dash from Dash, Gaikwads from Baroda, and the Peshwas from Pune. Fill in either blank, they have different roots. Five, four, three.
Scindia.
Scindia, which blank is that?
Ma'am, sir, the first one.
First one, all right. I'll give that to you. That's 15 points to you. Scindia's from Gwalior. All right, Ananya, it's the place is called.
I'm sorry, Aman. We need Scindia's from Gwalior for the entire answer. That answer cannot be given. I'm very sorry. Wasn't in time.
All right, so we need to fill both blanks. That was the intervention of the technical team. So we would not be able to honor this question like we were not being able to honor Khilji. We need the entire answer here. It said fill in the entire blank, but time was out of bound and we needed the entire answer. All right, so that will be a -10 on this. Would like to still go for a +25 -15 question?
No, sir.
All right, no worries. So that will be, the next participant will be Sakshan. All right, Sakshan. Let me load around for you very quickly. Have you seen his movies, Ananya? Sanjay Leela Bhansali's movies?
Yes, sir.
All right. Full of glamour always. Anyway, Sakshan, here we go. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Sakshan, first question for you. The Sentinelese are an indigenous people who inhabit the North Sentinel Island in this particular Union territory. They are almost completely uncontacted and isolated from us. Can you name this Union territory that is famous for its stunning beaches and biodiversity?
Andaman and Nicobar.
Andaman and Nicobar Islands is the correct answer. You get 5 points for this. Would you like to go for the next checkpoint?
Yes, sir.
+10 and -5. Here it is. Of the 572 islands in Andaman, only Dash are known to be inhabited. Dash is 7 more than the number of states that were there in India before Jammu and Kashmir was declared to be a union territory. Fill in the blanks. You have a lot of time, 15 seconds. Ten seconds.
The answer is 836 for the first one. Only 836 are known to be. So sorry, sir.
Yeah. What's your answer? Final answer. You have 3 seconds.
Sir, 38. Sir, 38.
Right.
So 38 is my final answer.
38 is your final answer, just in time, but that is actually the incorrect answer, Sakshan. The correct answer is 36. All right. And I'd like to give you a good way to get around this question. Dash is 7 more than the number of states that were there in India before Jammu and Kashmir were declared to be union territory. So before Jammu and Kashmir were declared union territories, we had 29 states, correct? And 7 union territories. So we wanted to decode or get the answer, reverse engineer the answer. All right. Why you said 38 is, I've never seen we have 31 states in India even currently. We've never had 31 states. Unless obviously Vidarbha breaks off with Maharashtra. And then we have 2 more states who break off with other countries or states, and then we might have 31. So no worries, Sakshan, you get a -5 on this, but you still are eligible to go to the next checkpoint of, what's the next checkpoint for? +15 -10. This language is the most widely spoken one in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. It is in fact the 7th most widely spoken language in the world, with about 229 million native speakers as per statistics. Name it.
Tamil.
Tamil, is that your final answer? 2,
yes, sir.
1. All right. Tamil, unfortunately, Sakshan, is the incorrect answer. The correct answer is Bengali. All right. And that will be a -10. That's okay. You do not worry. But I will suggest you something. Where is Andaman and Nicobar Islands located on the map? Towards the southeast part of India. Correct?
Yes, sir.
I know you were tempted enough to say a southern language, and that is why you give Tamil as the answer. Correct?
Yes, sir.
But if you look at it, it's right below the eastern belt and it should have been Bengali. I know it went both ways, but it is the 7th most widely spoken language in the world. Okay. So now you know the answer is Bengali. All right. I have to ask you, would you like to go for the final
Yes,
check?
sir.
Plus 25 minus 15. Okay, Sakshan, here you go. This mammal is one of the official symbols of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Its closest relative, Steller's sea cow, was hunted to the extinction in the 18th century. It is one of the 4 living species of the order Serenia. Name it. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time up.
Cow.
Sorry?
Sea cow.
That is actually the incorrect answer. The correct answer is right. Yeah. So that'll be a minus 15. That's okay. I think you.
Sir, I said it after the time up. After you said time up.
What did you say?
Sir, I said it after you said time ups. Oh,
No, but
sir.
what
Anyways, it will be minus.
It's the incorrect answer, right? You said tea cow.
Yes, sir. Sir, anyways, it will be minus 15. I forgot.
It'll be minus 15 in any case because it's the incorrect answer. So I was trying to suggest, Sakshin, that I know you got a hole in the last round, or maybe you want to increase your risk appetite, but that's okay. Okay, that's okay. You still have more rounds to go. Now we finally move on to the last question in this set for Siddharth. Siddharth, are you ready? Okay, Siddharth, here you go. First question. This particular desert extends across many parts of Northern Africa and is often considered to be the world's largest hot desert. Can you name it?
Sahara Desert.
Sahara Desert is the right answer. 5 points to you, Siddharth. Well done. Would you like to go ahead with the next?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Confident? Here you go. The Sahara Desert stretches from this particular water body in the east to the Mediterranean in the north to the Atlantic Ocean in the west. This sea is known to have some of the world's hottest and saltiest seawater. It is a seawater inlet of the Indian Ocean too. Can you name the sea? Yeah, you have 12, 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3,
The Caspian Sea.
1. Is that your final answer?
Yes, sir. Nothing else.
So that unfortunately that is the incorrect answer. The correct answer is the Red Sea. All right.
Okay, sir.
I mentioned
Okay,
it's
sir.
the inlet of the Indian Ocean. Correct.
Okay, sir.
It has to be between Asia and Africa.
Sir, I would like to go for the next round.
All right. You like to go for the next round?
Yes, sir.
All right. Opportunity for you to earn some extra points. Here we go. In the region of the Western Sahara lies one of the world's largest autonomous regions that has been fighting for independence under the Polisario Front. One of the countries that is claiming this land at its own has Rabat as its capital. Can you name it?
Morocco.
Morocco is the right answer, Siddharth. That's plus 15 to you. Well done. I think you can breathe a sigh of relief. I can see that on your face, but not yet. You have another opportunity to score plus 25.
Yes, sir. I'm going for it.
You are going for it this time. I wish you all the best. Here you go.
Thank you, sir.
These unique animals are active only for 10 minutes a day and have longer legs than regular ants. They have adapted their bodies to withstand the high temperatures of the Sahara Desert. Can you name them?
Sir, I've read about it, but I'm not exactly sure, sir. Can you please just wait for some time?
You have 12 more seconds.
Sir, silver ant.
Silver ants in the Sahara Desert, you mean?
Yes, sir. I can see some silver on their back, some silver color.
All right. All right. That is a good way to decode yourself to the answer, because that is the correct answer. The Saharan silver ant, or the silver ant of the Sahara Desert. That's plus 25 to you, Siddharth. Risk well taken. And I'll be honest, I really admired the way that you got to the answer, because trust me, I thought this is a question where you know the answer or you don't know the answer, because I definitely missed the silver part, which is one peculiar feature of these ants. So well done, Siddharth. That'll be a 25 instead of a minus 15 like last time. So with that, everyone, we come to an end for this particular round. We do have one more question, but due to paucity of time, we will not ask the audience question this time around. We will straight away go and check the scores for this round. So Shoini ma'am, please show us the scores.
Hi everyone. I'm going to quickly show the scoreboard. Okay, so the scoreboard looks such. Siddharth is on 55, Sakshan is on 15, Ananya is on 45, and Agastya is on minus 10.
Thank you so much, Shoini ma'am. Well, you see how quickly the scoreboard can change, and You should not worry. You see how Siddharth really leveled up the game in the second turn for the round, and that is how you should also be doing it. So all of you stay calm, stay composed. There are 3 whole rounds to go. And Sakshan, stop sitting like that. Don't worry. Okay, there is more to come. All right. Don't worry. There is an entire whole set of 3 rounds coming in, ample of opportunities to score. So you should not be worried. And therefore, I'd like all of you to actually, come to this amazing session that we're organizing on 4th May called the Night of the New World Order. In this session, not giving too much away about the session, but it's a good opportunity for you to build your own world from scratch. Okay, so it's basically like if I put you on planet Mars, and I don't know what you'll be doing there. So we will take you through a lot of steps and procedures, and we'll give you a lot of authority. You'll get to know more about in the session. So viewers and audience members, even students can join in on 4th of May. It's a fantastic session. We are already done with the gaming gig and the readers night. So now we'll quickly move on to round number 2.
Aman, I'm so sorry to interject at this point in time. The backend technical team is also observing the quiz, as everybody knows. And I would just like to make sure that you do a quick screening check with every one of the contestants with regard to the room in which they are sitting. We want to be clear that none of them have any tabs open beyond the Zoom link on which the quiz is going on. They should be a foot away with their hands clearly visible at all points in time. And there must be no member sitting in the room in which they are participating in the quiz. We are going through the backend recordings of the last session, and there seems to be an additional sound heard in a particular contestant's answer. We'll of course be going through that very carefully, but participants and all the parents and everybody else who's a part of the quiz, we'd like to tell you that we totally trust in the honesty and integrity of the participants as well as the schools that they are a part of. And we want to make sure that under no circumstances is the result of this quiz compromised as a result of unwanted means. So it is just as a mode of a double check that we will be doing this. In either case, if there seems to be any violation of trust norms, we will of course be coming to it at the end of the quiz either way. So Aman, please do the needful for me.
All right, it's a part and parcel of the quiz. So quickly, please show me around. First on your right hand side and then on your left hand side if anyone's around. It's a part of routine check. Ananya, please turn your laptop in. Sakshan, you can do the same. Ananya on your left hand side. Siddharth is done on the left. And Sakshan on your left hand side. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. As mentioned by Anand sir, this is a protocol, and we definitely do not doubt any unfair means being used here, but it is our responsibility since this quiz is being conducted online. We want to be doubly sure. In fact, sure as many times that we are being fair to all participants. Okay, with that we can move into round number 2. Okay, round number 2 also does not have any carry forward questioning. I will explain the details of round number 2 to you very shortly. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to share my screen. So the name of round number 2 is called Chandrasekhar Azad. We all know he's one of India's greatest freedom fighters, and he sacrificed his life fighting with the British. But did you also know that he was also called the master of disguise and evaded British arrest on multiple occasions? And this round is based on Azad's ability to disguise himself. So what is going to happen essentially is every contestant will be shown one set of 4 images, one after the other. There is one common link disguised among the images, and the contestant has to recognize the link. I'll repeat this. You should not guess what is there in the image, but you should be able to identify the disguise. And what is the disguise? The common link. Okay, it'll be very easy for you to tell me, sir, this is on the screen, but you need to tell me the common link, and that will only be the accepted answer. Okay, the sooner you recognize this link, the more points you get. Okay, however, if you answer too early and get it wrong, you will get negative points as well. While there are no carry forwards, there is a negative marking, and the score is as follows. I'll show you the first image without costing you any points. Then I'll show you the second image. If you give me an answer, a correct answer at this stage, you will earn yourself 20 points. If you give me an incorrect answer, that will be -10 and the question gets forfeited. Okay, since there is no carry forward. But if you decide that you cannot still find the common link and you would like to actually go to the next hint or the image, the reward becomes 10 points and the negative marks become -15, I believe, minus 5. Okay. -5. Now, why negative marking is also decreasing? It's proportional to the positive marks. You see, so the more images you want to refer to, the positive points is decreasing. The negative points is decreasing because there's a lot of strategy involved in this questioning. If you want to answer too early, it carries a higher risk of a negative mark. If you want to answer late, your reward goes down. Okay, so it has to be a mix and match, a proper compromise. If you find the common link and answer, okay, you can keep answering even if you guess incorrectly at a particular image until the final image. Every time you guess incorrectly, you get negative points though. Okay, so instead of the question being forfeited, I'm going to continue taking the question till the very end. But for every time you give the incorrect answer, you will earn those negative points. Okay. There is no passing that is involved at any image. If you go on to the next image, you have to give an answer. Okay. So I will ask you if you would like to go to the next image. If you say a yes, then we'll go to the next image, and irrespective if you give the answer or the incorrect answer, you will get negative points if it's not the correct answer. Okay. I think we have a sample, so we can go ahead. This is the first free pick. Obviously, we can't recognize what is the common link with the first image. So here's the second image. Okay. I'll repeat the first image. This is the second image. Anyone here who's already identified what is the common link? Not yet. Okay. Any guesses? Wild guesses? Okay, let's go to the first and final one.
Our company is owned by Microsoft.
There's more to the common link. I'll show you the images again. All right. So since this is a sample question, I will reveal the answers. So the answer is we are all talking about Microsoft Office tools. I'll help you out with it. Microsoft Word. You see the word Word? You see Power and Point. Okay, that's Microsoft PowerPoint.
Excel is next. Okay, sir.
Excel is next. And then we have Outlook. So what are all of these? I don't want to know if this is Outlook or Excel. I want to know what is the common link. And what is the common link? They're all tools of Microsoft. Okay. So we're all set. I'm going to reverse the order of performance in this round.
One more question. Sir,
yes,
let's say if I pass a question, like after the fourth image, I am still very confused and I pass it. So will I get negative marks for that?
Yeah, I mean, after the fourth one, you're saying, like after the final image?
Yeah, I'm saying that I can't answer, that I don't know the answer and I pass it.
Yeah, then it's 0 points to you on that particular question. But till that time, if you answered incorrectly, you've anyway incurred a -15. But last question is +50. So order is going to be Siddharth, Sakshin, Ananya, and Agastya. Okay, everyone is only going to get one direct question in this round. No prompting. And I'll require the other person to keep himself on unmute. Okay, Siddharth, that's the first one. And yeah, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Siddharth, first pick. All right. Can we move to the second one?
Just a minute, sir.
You want to guess it at this stage?
No, sir.
There's no point though, because even if you guess it and if it's right or wrong, doesn't matter because it's a free pick.
No, sir. I'm just thinking about the shape because it's not always directly linked to what is in the image. It's usually the shape or something else like that. So I'm just.
That's your strategy to follow. We have 5 more seconds for this image.
Right, sir. We can go to the next one.
Last 10 seconds.
Okay, sir.
Okay, you want to go ahead with the third one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the reward will be +10 and -5. But remember, since this is being passed, you will incur a -10.
Okay, even if you pass it, you get -10. Okay.
I will just revisit the rules. Just give me a moment.
Okay, sir.
There is a slight confusion. I think I got confused because I got a private chat from someone. So regarding the rules, so just give me a moment.
If you pass on a particular image, no negative.
No negative points. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Shoini ma'am. I'll just get to your slide very quickly.
That's what I thought because then everybody will get -10.
Yeah, everyone will get negative and then everyone will have to guess. I just got distracted because I got a private chat from someone regarding the rules.
Okay.
Okay. So you want to go to the next one?
Yes, sir. Okay. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. I got it. Harry Potter.
You got it. It's Harry Potter. Okay. That is the correct answer. Well done, Siddharth. That's plus 10 points. So I know you can control the excitement.
No.
So,
can you just say something like this way of this quiz round is like awesome, like dumbbell door and like pottery, Harry Potter, like it's just genius. I love it.
Thank you so much, Siddharth. Thank you so much. I'll definitely convey this to the quizzing team. Can you tell me what is this?
No, I was just focusing on when I saw the phoenix, I was like definitely fox. So
Order of the Phoenix. That one is
Order of the Phoenix. The book.
Oh, right. That I did not catch. But then I suddenly hit upon both of the first ones. That's
Got
good.
it. So
Great.
all are related to Harry Potter. I'll just reveal everything. Potter for Harry Potter, Dumbledore, Order of the Phoenix, Professor Minerva, and then we all know that it's Harry Potter. All right, we'll go to Sakshin now. Sakshin, are you ready? So, Sohini ma'am, please note that Siddharth got 10 points in this round. Okay, Sakshin, here you go.
Yes,
First,
sir, I'm ready.
You have 15 seconds on every picture, so you can take your time. If you're ready, let me know for the next one. Okay, I'm going to the next one.
Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings.
Sorry?
No, sir, I don't want that. No, sir. Sir, I want to go to the next
final
one.
warning in case you submit an answer to me. I'm going to accept it. Last 5 seconds on this slide. You want to go to the next one?
Yes, sir. Khalsa.
I'm going to take that as your final answer, and that is incorrect. All right, so you incur a -5, but you will still be able to go ahead to the next picture. Here you can guess. Here you will not get negative.
I actually don't know.
You don't know the answer, no problem. Anyone else out here knows the answer?
Punjab, sir, Punjab maybe.
Sir, Sikh. So all of these things were related to Sikhs.
Absolutely right, Agastya. All 5 Ks of Sikhism. You saw the kirpan, I'll just show you. You saw the kirpan, you saw the kada, you saw the kanga, you saw the kachira and the kesh. Okay, so that would have been the right answers. But Sakshin, that's okay. So
Khalsa means signs.
Sorry?
Khalsa means signs.
Yeah, so here it's 5 things, right? So 5 things related to the Sikh community.
I think
Okay.
section can I come in for a minute?
Who is this, ma'am?
It's me, Aditi Mishra.
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Section said Khalsa. That's the same.
Ma'am, we
There's
needed
the five indications of being a Khalsa or a Sikh.
Ma'am, we were looking out for a common link that they are the 5 Ks of Sikhism. So that was particularly that we were looking at.
Khalsa is the same if you were to look. I don't want to argue this, but I mean, if you were to
I'll
look.
just check this internally, ma'am. I will just get this.
Sir, Khalsa, these
Khalsa means Khalish, the pure. So the pure
Yes,
Sikh
ma'am.
will have all these 5.
No worries, ma'am. I will.
And all these
check,
other
sir.
things, they are the 5 symbols of Khalsa.
I'll just get
Okay,
it checked in the
yes.
5 seconds. All right. So yes, it's accepted. I have got the confirmation. We'll accept that at Khalsa. All right. I have got a confirmation.
So I got that on the second.
You got it on the
second one, yeah.
Plus 10. You'll be getting a plus 10.
20.
Okay. You will be getting a no. He got it on the second Khalsa. He got it on the Kanga one, right?
In the second one, the second picture when there was a kada.
Yes, he got 20.
All right. So you get a plus 20 section. Okay. Now we'll quickly move on to Ananya. Ananya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ananya, this is your first picture.
Next picture. Next picture.
You have 5 seconds. You want another picture?
Yes.
All right. Do we have an answer, Ananya?
Sir, is it Denmark?
That is actually the incorrect answer. It's no common link between all 5 images. Look carefully. I
Sir,
mean,
may I say? Sir, may I say?
yes, anyone else?
Sir, they are dog breeds. Sir, the
They are
first one was
breed
a
of
little bit
dogs.
confusing. Sir, but the second one, great, and then Danish cookies. So Great Danes is the name of a dog breed.
I will decode it for you, Ananya. Don't worry. The first one says German and Shepherd. All of you got that right. You see the German flag, and then you can see sheep there. So German Shepherd. Obviously, wouldn't have got it there. Then we have the breed of the boxer. And then, as Sakshin mentioned, is the Great Dane, right? Which is very good. And last would have actually given it to you. It's the Golden Retriever. Okay, Ananya, that's okay. That'll be 0 points for you in this round because at the end of it, it was a guess on the last question. Okay, no worries. We'll go to Agastya.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Agastya, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
First picture.
Next picture. Next picture. Next picture.
Okay, that's your final picture, Agastya. I need a common link.
Sir, all of them are history events.
Are achievements? Is that your final answer?
History events.
History events, that's incorrect. I'm so sorry, Agastya. They are not historical events, but if you look carefully, they are books.
Sir, they are all autobiographies. Sir, from the first one only I saw Wings of Fire, and then Long Walk to Freedom, and then Living History,
Right.
and then Mein Kampf was so easy. It literally has a
No
space.
worries. It's sometimes we. Sorry, is that an interruption? Okay. Sometimes we have occasions where we cannot decode certain answers, but Agastya, if you look at it very carefully, the first one was Wings of Fire by APJ.
I got the first one, but then I thought that it was going to relate it to something else.
Yeah, because they will not be historical events, but I get it where you came from. But the last one, especially the book, right? So that would have got you the answers. I have one more question, which is, again, it's an audience question, so you can answer for fun. First pick. Anyone can answer. Siddharth, since you like the round and everyone else, this is free participation, but no points. Okay, here we go. No one yet?
I'm fastest. That's fastest, but fastest of things. The fastest thing.
Animals. And
I think you saw a cheetah and you saw an eagle, so it might get you to answer that, but that's incorrect.
Sir, car brands.
They are all car
The
brands.
Scorpio, sir,
So that's Scorpio.
after those I couldn't think, sir, but the first one
Safari.
I knew was the Scorpio.
The
So
cheetah was specially there to confuse, right? And you caught the bait. So thank God this was not a question, right, Siddharth?
And especially the Swift was also there. Like Swift is also a really fast bird.
Correct.
So
and then we have the next one. So this was the giveaway. Well done, Sakshin. I really liked the way that you approached the linkage of questions and you decoded the other 2 questions as well. And with that, we come to an end for round number 2. And Shoni ma'am, could you please quickly help us with the scores?
Yes, sure. Thank you so much.
Sir, may I drink some water? I'm actually.
Sure.
Yeah, we are going to take a 2-minute water washroom break as well. There are certain queries that have been raised in the chat as well. So before we see the scores, we'll quickly break for a 2-minute water washroom break.
look at the scores. Okay.
All right, I think everyone is back after the break. So we verified it with the, yeah. No problem, there is a query in the chat. So we verified with the technical team as well at the back end. Khalsa is the right answer. So we awarded the marks to Sakshan, and then we're going to, show the score sheet accordingly. So Shoini ma'am, could you please, is Shoini ma'am here? Yeah, could you please show the score sheet to all of us?
The score sheet looks such. Siddharth is on 65, Sakshan is on 35, Ananya is on 45, and Agastya is still on -10.
That's okay. I think we still have 2 more rounds to go. So ample of opportunity to score points. And while we're at it, just to loosen up everything, I have one more audience question that we can take in for the audience members. I'm just going to load that up. Okay, here we go. Students, feel free to join along since we've already had a break. This question will also help you warm up and get to answer the questions in the forthcoming rounds. So remember the first round, we had a marathon that we had to run. So the first question would have been, this is the world's second most abundant element in the Earth's crust. What is the answer?
Silicon.
S.
It's easy. SiO2, sand. So, oh, I don't know actually, come to think of it.
See,
But
this is something that I observed in the juniors round as well. Sometimes students give an answer and then they don't trust their gut feeling and then they switch back on the answer.
Okay. But important part of semiconductors, it's definitely silicon. Silicon chips. Silicon Valley. Everything silicon.
So we've already come across this concept, right? We came across this concept of semiconductors and all of these things in physics. So silicon is a very important element in semiconductors. In fact, there is a very big world shortage that's going on with respect to semiconductors.
Sir, because of that, sir, many electronics are not being able to be produced, or they're coming in stock very slowly. Right. For example, a very popular one that I'm very sad has not come into stock fast is the PlayStation 5. Ma'am, sir, Sony has been taking so long to release, and the second they release, all the bots take it.
Correct. So I think that's
silicon shortage, as well as CPUs and
cars.
Cars. Yes, sir.
So I read an article where car companies are just giving 1 key with the car, whereas they're supposed to give 2 keys. Why? Because there is a shortage of electronic chips and semiconductors. The largest country that produces semi-chips and semiconductors. It's easy. Think of it.
Is it China?
Of course, it's China. Right? It's very easy to think of something that minuscule. Or a second question would have been, this country is the world's largest producer of silicon, has the ability to impact. So that's the second question. That's China, correct? Third one. Now, this is an important question. This device is a semiconductor PN junction that converts light into electric current. The current is generated through the absorption of photons in it. Name the device. Remember photons.
A photometer.
It's a PN junction, so there are 2 ends to it. Diode, correct. It's a diode, that's for sure. And if it has photons involved, what will it be?
LED, light emitting diode or something.
Photodiode, isn't it?
A photodiode.
PN junction means 2 ends, so it's a diode, correct? And when you are running it through photons, it has to be a photodiode.
I think I've used diode before in some project I had done where it would light up if the light is less, something like that. I don't exactly remember.
In fact, when you see a diode in real, as you might have used suction, the negative stem is longer than the positive stem. That's the differentiation.
So then I have definitely used it. I remember using them.
That's because, you should know which is the positive end and which is the negative end, because it is diode. It's not a single end, right? It's a diode. It's not a physics class, but just running through some theory. Last question. When two differently doped semiconducting materials are joined, it leads to the creation of these junctions. Example, when P doped and N doped germanium are joined. Name these junctions. See, they are different. What is a synonym for the word different? Heard about the words homo and hetero?
Yes, hetero.
So it has to be
hetero, something hetero.
Junctions, correct? Because they are two differently doped semiconducting materials. Correct? If you have a PP, it's become a homogeneous diode, but now it's a heterojunction diode. All right. No worries. I can already see. I'm an engineer, so I have some extra.
This was an audience question.
Yeah,
thank very
God.
Complicated physics. Sir, I've never done this.
I can understand. Yes, it was an audience question, but it was very important for me to do this question right now. Is for help you to understand how you can reach to the answer without even knowing the answer. Correct? Over here, getting to the answer was simply looking at the word differently joined diodes. So heterojoint. Okay. The previous question was with respect to photodiode. Two junctions, it's a diode, photons. Correct? China was obvious, and the first question was obviously silicon. So I did this question just for you to understand that even if you don't know the answer, there is a structural method that you can follow to get to the answer. Okay. So I will take 30 seconds more to quickly load round number 3 for all of you, because round number 3 is very exciting, and I will quickly explain that to all of you. It has 3 categories. Just give me a moment. So anyone, can you please tell me the live scoreboard? Who's at first position, second, third, and fourth currently?
Okay, so Siddharth is on 65.
Okay.
Ananya is on 45, and Sakshin is on 35.
And Agastya is on -10. All right. So in this round, just give me a moment. Yeah, the name of this round is very interesting. A very known famous personality. What is the name of the round?
Chanakya, the master of strategy.
Chanakya. Sir, Chanakya. Sir, he played a major role in ensuring success of Chandragupta and the Mauryan Empire. Sir,
now you understand why. Yes, sir.
Some arrogant people will...
No, go ahead. Please share your story.
I remember the story where some arrogant people were messing with Chanakya, right? And then he said that I will not tie my hair again until this is resolved. I don't remember the exact story, but I remember that part.
Even I'm a little, unaware about the story. Maybe I would have heard it in my childhood. But yes, we all agree on a certain point that Chanakya Niti, as they like to call it, is one of the most powerful management leadership lessons that you can come across. Right. And that is why I did that particular audience question that Sakshin says was luckily not a part of the quiz, is that you can build your own strategy to your answer. Okay. As Sakshin mentioned, he played a major role in ensuring the success of Chandragupta and the Mauryan Empire. Okay. So in this round, all of you will be required to use Chanakya Niti. What will you all be required to use?
Chanakya Niti.
So in this round, there are 3 categories: fashion, the world yesterday, and gemstones. The world yesterday simply means questions are related to current affairs from the past 6 months, not from the past century or something like that. Okay. Not even from the past decade, because I know you all are born in this decade, or maybe 2006, 7 or something like that. But that's okay. Fashion, the world yesterday, and gemstones. Those are the 3 categories. Every category has 3 questions. Once 3 questions have been asked from a particular category, no further questions can be taken from that category. Okay. Here's what's interesting. Why I ask for the order of marks is because every contestant gets to choose a category of question for the next contestant as per the order mentioned. Okay. I mentioned the order, right? Lowest to highest marks, and then the opposite order. Okay. So it says lowest to highest marks. So we will start off with Agastya, who will choose a category for Sakshin, then Sakshin for Ananya, Ananya for Siddharth, and then Siddharth for Agastya, and then we'll reverse it. We'll go for Siddharth to Ananya, Ananya to Sakshin, Sakshin to Agastya, and then Agastya to Siddharth. That's how we'll let you all choose the categories. Okay. So how do you want to go first? Lowest to highest or highest to lowest?
Either way is fine. Well, let's go lowest to highest.
those who have been my students clearly understand that whenever I ask a question, I think Shohini ma'am has been assistant quiz master with me enough to understand that when I give a choice to y'all, it's not really a choice. I just want to know the popular opinion and I'll go ahead with the unpopular one. Correct? What is the popular / unpopular opinion? I give you one more opportunity. Let me play Chanakya Niti now. How should we go? Lowest to highest, highest to lowest?
Highest to lowest.
I would
That's what
prefer
I said.
lowest to highest.
See, in
Lowest to
any
highest.
case, it doesn't matter, right? Correct? Again, let me do it like I want to do it. But in any case, since we're going highest to lowest in one round, we will go lowest to highest in the other turn. So it is going to come back to you. Okay. Now, coming to the marking, just give me a minute. Yeah. Now, in this case, one maximum question per category can be asked to a student. I know there might be a situation where a particular student answers the same category question, maybe towards the end of the round, because since we have 4 kids, we have 3 categories. It might be a possibility. We'll try to avoid that situation. But if it happens, you will be asked the same category question. Yes, Ananya.
Sir, can I connect my laptop's battery because it's running low?
Quickly. Now, this round does have carry forwards. Okay. 5 points for carry forwards. And I can see Sakshan pumping the air with his fist. But again, we'll set the carry forward order in all fair ways. Now, important point here is once a category of a question is chosen for a contestant, you must decide how many points you'd like to answer it for. I'm giving you the opportunity to decide how many points you want to answer this question for. Basically, I'm letting you be the Chanakya in this case. +5 and 0, +10 and -5, or +20 and -10. Now, this can be based on the category of the question, maybe, or can be based on the current situation you are in respect to the scoreboard. These particular variables are for you to decide. Okay. They have multiple variables. You decide for yourself if you want to take the maximum risk or you want to go defensive and take less risk. Okay. The question doesn't change. You decide how many points you answer it for, and you will have to tell me before I show you the question. Okay. This round has carry forward, and there are 2 turns. Everyone is going to get to answer 2 questions. Okay. We will never switch a carry forward in the middle of the round. We will follow the same order. All right. But we are switching the turnarounds, so that takes care of the variable that we need to switch with respect to carry forwards. So in this round, as I told you, the order is going to be Siddharth, Ananya, Sakshan, and Agastya. We'll go from highest to lowest and then lowest to highest. Okay. So Siddharth, there are 3 categories: fashion, world yesterday, and gemstones. I would want you to select a category for Ananya.
Sir, wouldn't the order be Agastya, then me, then Ananya, then Siddharth?
That was lowest to highest, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I decided to go highest to lowest. Yeah, because you wanted to go lowest to highest, so I don't know. I want to go highest to lowest. Siddharth, please decide a category for Ananya. Fashion, world yesterday, gemstones.
Fashion.
Sorry?
Fashion.
Fashion. All right. Ananya, you will see a question from fashion on your screen in the next 5 seconds. Yeah. Also, the carry forward order is going to be Siddharth, followed by Ananya, followed by Sakshan, followed by Agastya. Okay. When we switch the order around, obviously the carry forward remains the same because then it takes care of the order. So Siddharth has chosen fashion for Ananya. Ananya, please unmute yourself. Since this round involves carry forward questions, I would request all of you to unmute yourselves. Okay. So first question of fast fashion will be answered by Ananya. Ananya, please call a bid. +20 -10, +10 -5, or +5, 0.
+10 -5.
All right, +10 -5. Sohini ma'am, please note. Ananya is going to answer this question for +10 -5. Ananya, question for you is as follows. This form of fashion is characterized by bringing latest fashion trends to the market at low cost with cheaper materials and in high volumes. However, it also goes out of fashion rapidly and leads to a lot of material wastage. Zara, H&M, and Forever 21 are some brands that are known to follow this model. What is this type of fashion called? If 10 more seconds. 5, 4.
Sir, I don't know.
You don't know the answer. No problem. It'll get carry forwarded. It carry forwards to Suction.
I will also get 15 seconds to think, right?
Yeah, you will get 10 seconds to think. Carry forward involves 10 seconds. You can look at decoding the answer. You have 7 more seconds. 5.
The mass market fashion. The mass market fashion.
That is actually the incorrect answer. Pass it on to Agastya.
So there's no negative marking for this one, right?
No, if you give a carry forward question, there's no negative for carry forward.
Like if I even answer incorrectly, I would.
It's okay. That's okay.
So ragged fashion.
Incorrect. Pass it on to Siddharth.
I have read an article about this, like the emergence of fast fashion. Is that correct?
Is that your final answer?
Yes, sir. That's all I know.
Well, that is the correct answer. So 5 points to you, Siddharth.
Like fast food, this is also extremely wasteful. There's an article, emergence of fast fashion in Eastern Europe and how to combat it. Is there an MUN to be precise?
Correct. So you see the linkage of getting to the answer. Ananya, I'm so sorry, but you chose +10 -5. So Sohini ma'am, please award a -5 to Ananya. And since Siddharth got the carry forward question right, you can give him a +5. Okay. So Agastya and Sakshin, your line of thought was correct. Mass market fashion and wrapped fashion was correct, but it had to be fast fashion. Okay, it's a trending word that is called, because you see so many people today are changing designs, things are coming in trend, going out of trend faster.
But both of them make the same point. So what
Understand it, they both the same meaning, but this had to be specific. I'm so sorry.
Sir.
Okay, because this is a term that's being popularized. It's called fast fashion. Okay, cool. So that will be end of the first question. So Siddharth has chosen a category for Ananya. Now, Ananya, you will choose a category for Sakshan. You have fashion, world yesterday, and gemstones.
Sir, fashion.
You will go ahead with fashion only for Agastya? Oh, I'm sorry, for Sakshan. So Sakshan, please call your bid +20 -10, +10 -5, +5, +0.
+10 -5.
+10 -5. Okay. Sohini ma'am, please note.
Sir, can we mute or we have to keep unmute?
You have to keep unmuted, Ananya, because it's a carry forward, right? So if Sakshan gives incorrect and Agastya, Siddharth, and then you come back again. Like a question for you was answered by Siddharth. So I don't think Sakshan wants that question to be answered by Ananya. So Sakshan, if you don't want that to happen, you get it right. Okay? Yeah, all the best. Here you go. Sakshan, the hairstyle shown above is followed quite commonly across the world. However, it is not a new trend. This hairstyle is supposedly more than 5,000 years old and originated among the tribes of Africa. Can you guess what this hairstyle is called? I will give you 15 seconds to think. Nobody else will prompt. 10 more seconds.
Kinky hair.
Sorry?
Sir, kinky hair.
Kinky hair.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have 5 more seconds. If that's your final answer, I'll submit it. 3, 2, 1. So we go
Sir,
with
braids, sir, braids, sir, braids, sir, braids.
That's
Sir, braids, that is my final answer.
Sorry?
That is my final answer, braids.
That's exactly on my one count where I was doing here. Let's check
Sir,
if
does
that's
that count or not?
It will get counted because I didn't blurt out time up. I was on 1 when I said, we'll be going ahead with the next question. But what makes you think that's the correct answer? Why not kinky hair?
Sir, because her hair is braided.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very clear.
So that struck you on towards the end of the part of the
Yes,
question.
towards
Right?
the end. I don't know why I guessed kinky hair. I have no idea what was going through my brain.
But I told you last time also, I will obviously take final answers because of Zoom. There are chances where I cannot hear answers. So make sure that you give an answer and that's going to be your final answer. Well, braids is the correct answer. That will be +10, just saved in the nick of time. And students, you can be smart enough to choose categories for questions. Okay. See which questions are going to whom, and you can be smart enough to choose your category. Now we'll go ahead with Sakshan.
Categories.
Sakshan, you will choose a category for Agastya.
Sir, could you please repeat the categories?
Fashion, world yesterday, and gemstones. Fashion has 1 question left. World yesterday and gemstones have all 6 questions left.
World history.
World history. Okay. Agastya, what will be your bid?
Sir, I'll go for
There's
5.
+50. All right.
+50.
+50. No problem. Questions don't change anyway. World history. Here we go. X won the Australian Open tournament earlier this year. With his latest win, he is now ahead with 21 Grand Slam titles. Identify X. You have 10, 12 seconds more. 5, 4.
So Roger Federer.
Roger Federer is the incorrect answer, Agastya. I am so sorry, but that's okay. We will pass it on to the next in line, that is Siddharth. Siddharth, do you know the correct answer?
Can I say Rafael Nadal?
I mean, you obviously can say, but is that your answer?
Yes, sir. Because yes, I will. Yes, if that's correct,
I will come
tell
to you
why
later.
said.
I will come to you later why you said Rafael Nadal, but it can be the incorrect, but it's not the incorrect answer. Rafael Nadal is the right answer. Sohini ma'am, please note, Agastya gets no negative because it was a +5-0, but Siddharth gets a +5. All right. So Siddharth, why you came to Rafael Nadal?
Because there are the three kings of tennis was Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Novak Djokovic. Roger Federer retired, and Novak Djokovic got in a problem with immigration right before he could defend his title. So they had him deported. So then the only person who was left as the most logical source was Rafael Nadal.
I can see Sakshan nodding his head vigorously, which is, I think, that's same logic that even Sakshan thought of.
Sir, I was just nodding my head to the Novak Djokovic because I remember looking at it a lot in the news.
Got it. So it's okay. So now, Agastya, you got a 0, but that's okay. I think you wanted to be defensive, but that's fine. Now, Agastya, you will choose. No, so it was Sakshan who chose for Agastya, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but on the order will be flipped. So
No. So we have one more left. We have one more left, Sakshan. Okay. In the last quiz, we had a Daksh excited Bhatnagar. I think we can give Sakshan that title for this round, the excited kid of the class. That's okay, Sakshan. Excitement is important. So now, Agastya, please choose a category for Siddharth.
Gemstones.
Gemstones. Okay. Siddharth, what will be your bid? +20 -10, +10 -5, +5 0.
10 -5.
+10 -5. Okay, just 1 minute, huh? Okay. +10 -5. Sohini ma'am, please note that. Or Rafael Nadal was answered by Agastya. I mean, the question was for Agastya, but it was answered by Siddharth. Okay, gemstones question for you, Siddharth. That's your direct question for +10 -5.
Okay, sir.
Here we go. Listen to the careful question completely. The Star of Adam, as shown above, is the name given to the largest star dash ever. A star dash is a type of dash that exhibits a star-like phenomenon known as asterism. A dash is a gemstone which is generally associated with blue color, but comes in a range of other colors as well.
Sir, can I say?
You have the answer? Yes.
Sapphire, right?
Is that your final answer? Because there are 5 more seconds.
Yes, it's final answer. There's green sapphire, blue sapphire, yellow sapphire, red sapphire, all sapphires.
I think Siddharth is actually getting to the answer by looking at the hints in the question, because this is the right answer. That's 10 points to you, Siddharth. Well done. Sapphire is the right answer. And I already know how you got to it. You saw the last part, right? Which said you have many sapphires.
I haven't even heard of Star of Adam or anything like that. So,
but now you have. So in any other quiz that you participate, maybe you can get it right. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Now that we've had first round of questioning, now I'll just quickly update you what questions we have left. We have 1 question left in fashion. We have 2 questions left in world history or world yesterday. And we have 2 questions left in gemstones. Okay. Now, Agastya, you will select a category for Siddharth. No, Agastya will select a category for Sakshan. Sakshan for Ananya. Ananya for Siddharth. And then Siddharth for Agastya is already done. So Agastya, please go ahead and select a category for Sakshan. We're going reverse now.
I'll go with fashion.
So I think it's Agastya's chance to participate. Siddharth, please choose a category for Agastya. Give me a moment, Agastya.
Fashion is left, right? But no, wait. I will choose. No, I'll choose the world yesterday.
Okay, world yesterday, but Agastya has already answered world yesterday, so you have to either choose.
I'll choose fashion.
All right, Agastya, this question is for fashion. You'd like to go with which bid?
5-0.
5-0. All right, let me share my screen. Fashion. The last question in fashion will be +5 and 0. Here you go, Agastya. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
This logo above belongs to one of the leading houses of Italian fashion. It was founded by a designer named Gianni Dash in 1978 and took the fashion world by storm. The founder was shot dead in 1977, but the brand continued and was bought completely by Michael Kors in 2018. Dash's most famous product is metallic golden patented Oroton dress. Can you name this brand? Five, four.
So Vercash, VERCASE.
How do you get that?
That I just tried looking at the logo, the things sticking out at the bottom.
All right. I will give that to your smartness. Because it's pronounced as Versace. All right.
Sir, the spelling, sir, but he said the spelling was wrong. So it's
Akshan, you can leave that to me. I'm so sorry. You can leave that to me. I heard it right. All right. If there are any questions, any queries, I will take that. But Agastya, that was good lateral thinking. Okay, that was good lateral thinking. I think we should all applaud that for lateral thinking. He got the answer through the most inconvenient method.
I didn't know the answer. I'm not good at fashion, so I just looked at.
That's okay, Agastya. See, sometimes the luck of the draw, but it's most important how you get to the answer. So what's the answer? It's Versace. Okay, it's
That's genius.
Yeah, it's definitely genius. I think we've all got a hint. I'll quickly check if the other questions have something like this. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that. Because if it's equal, I want it to be equal and fair for everyone. So Agastya answered fashion, so that makes the end for the fashion category. So now Agastya, it's your turn to choose a category for Sakshan. You have World Yesterday or Gemstones.
Sir, I'll go with World Yesterday.
World Yesterday. All right. Sakshan, what's your bid?
Plus 10, minus 5.
Plus 10, minus 5. Again, being conservative. Okay. I will load your question. World Yesterday, question number 2. Listen to the entire question before submitting the answer. Here we go. You can see my screen. General Dash, shown in the image above, passed away just a few months back. He served as the Chief of Army Staff between 2016 and 19. Post that, he served as the Chief of Defense Staff, heading all 3 defensive services. He was the first and till date only person to have held this post. Yes, Akshan.
Bipin Rawat, sir, I can see his name tag.
Bipin Rawat is the right answer. Well
But
done.
it's on his name tag on the uniform. Bipin
I'm
Rawat.
sure that even if you did not see his name tag, I think you've got the answer anyway. So it just proves that we have a wonderful set of students here. Figuring out the name of a brand through that, Agastya was amazing. And then Sakshan focusing on the uniform. Trust me, I knew, this was something that I was expecting, but to this level, I think I had not anticipated something of this kind. So anyway, that will be a plus 10.
After this, right?
We have another round. Okay. So that'll be plus 10, Shoini ma'am, for Sakshan. Now, Sakshan, you will choose a category for Ananya. You have World Yesterday or Gemstones.
Gemstones.
Okay. Ananya, your question will be on Gemstones. What's your bid?
Plus 10, minus 5.
Plus 10, minus 5. Here you go. The image shown above is that of Medusa Dash, considered one of the most beautiful mineral specimens of the world. This specimen shows thin, long dash crystals surrounded by quartz. Discovered in 2008, it took more than 5 years for researchers to scrape off the quartz and for the dash to be visible. Dash is a gemstone that is generally associated with the color above. You have 12 to 15 seconds more. 10.
Sir, is it emerald?
Are you asking me?
No, it is emerald.
Okay, that's your final answer. Well, that is the correct answer, Ananya. That's 10 points to you. Well done. Emerald is also synonymous with the color. Okay, I don't know if that...
It's through the color only.
Correct. So that's absolutely right. In fact, the color of your t-shirt that you're wearing, inside Zoom, it resembles a little bit of emerald, though it might be blue. So well done, Ananya. That's 10 points to you. Now, Ananya, you will be asking a question for Siddharth. And the only option that you have left is World Yesterday because Siddharth has already answered the question of gemstones.
So that only, sir.
Yeah, so that is no option for you actually. So Siddharth, your question will be from world yesterday. What will
Sir,
you pick?
I would go for plus 20 minus 10.
Go for plus 20 minus 10. All right. Very daring move from Siddharth. No worries. We'll go to world yesterday. Third question. Remember, if we have an incorrect answer of, or if it gets passed, do we have an option of passing? Just to double check.
Yes, sir. Right.
So it would get
Yes,
passed
sir,
to
we
me.
do.
No, so it's no passing because you've already selected a bid for you. You answer, you get plus 20. You don't answer or you incorrect, that's minus 10.
Yes, sir. But anyway, the question goes to the other person, right?
Yeah, but then you might get a negative and then it goes to the other.
Yes, I got it.
When I said might is because if you got it wrong, that's.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay. So we'll go to no, I'm just warning you because plus 20 minus 10 is the locked in bid. And even if you don't answer or you incorrect, minus 10, correct answer, plus 20.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go.
Sir, I can't see the screen, sir.
Can you see it now?
Yes, sir. Now I can.
Will Smith recently won the Academy Award, the Oscar for the Best Actor for his role in the movie Dash. Dash is a biographical sports drama film that follows the life of Dash. Williams, father and coach of famed tennis players Venus and Serena Williams. Fill in the blanks.
Sir, it is very easy, sir. Because of the slap, this was like whole viral. King Richards and Richard Williams.
That is absolutely right. King Richard is the correct answer. Level of difficulty for all questions was the same. It's not that third question of any round was higher. But this is what the reward ensued. Plus 20 points for Siddharth. It carried an extra risk, but that's what goes with the round. All right. There is one more question in gemstones that we can throw away for the audience and anyone can answer. Sakshan, I'm so sorry. I'll not be able to give you points for that. If you get it right though, still no points. Okay. So I'll just load the gemstones third question. Anyone from here can answer. Okay. Here's the question. The gemstone shown above was called the Dash of Allah when first discovered. Over the years, it changed hands and is now called the Dash of Lao Tzu and is not on public display. It is the largest dash in the world. A natural dash is generally made within the soft tissue of a living animal. Fill in the blanks.
The oyster pearl.
Pearl is the correct answer. Anyone else knew that? No worries. Pearl would have been the right answer. As you can see over here, Pearl would have been the right answer. It's not on public display, so we wouldn't be able to see it anymore. Well, that marks an end to round number 3. And I'm really excited to see the scoreboard now because we have a very interesting round number 4 coming. All right. So, Sohini ma'am, over to you.
How excited are you all to see the scoreboard?
Like, I'm really scared because usually the 4th round of every quiz like has massive score changes. So I needed to build up the score. So that's why I chose a 20 on the last one.
That's a good.
I'm also very excited because I'm excited for seeing the 4th round because I want to see if I can somehow get to the first place.
Okay, so the scoreboard looks somewhat like that. Siddharth is on 105, Sakshan is on 55, Ananya is on 50, and Agastya is on -5. Siddharth.
All right. Let's go to the final round. And yes, we're coming to the end of the quiz, the business end of the quiz. I think we've had a fabulous display till now, and we hope that it continues. Now, the order of performance is, just give me a minute. It was Siddharth, Ananya, Sakshan, and Agastya. And we followed a carry forward order of Siddharth, Ananya, Sakshan, and Agastya. Now we're going to switch the carry forward order. Okay, participation will remain the same because it doesn't make sense if we switch the participation order and we switch the carry forward also. Then it becomes the same thing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to switch the participation order, but carry forward still remains top to bottom. So Agastya followed by Sakshan, followed by Ananya, followed by Siddharth, and that's how the carry forward goes. So Agastya,
so do you just repeat the participation order and the other order, the carry forward order, just for clarification?
We'll still go top to bottom. We'll still go top to bottom. It'll be Agastya, followed by Sakshan, followed by Ananya, and then followed by Siddharth.
That's the participation order.
Yeah, and the carry forward order is the same, top to bottom. We can't change both in the same run, otherwise it'll be the same, right?
Right, sir.
If I go bottom to top, I just switch the order top to bottom. So it becomes the
Okay,
same.
sir.
I want to give others an opportunity to get carry forward. So I switch the order. Carry forward still remains top.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So the first question is going to be answered by Agastya, then Sakshin, then Ananya, then Siddharth. I'm going to explain the rules of the round to you all very shortly. Here we go. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Again, in this round, all of you will be required to be on unmute because this round entails carry forward questions. So Edward D. Bono, this round is named after a person that you might not have heard about earlier. However, he's known as the father of lateral thinking. You know what is lateral thinking? Thinking outside the box, thinking sideways, like the less traveled road or something that, it's the unpopular opinion to do. Not always, but something that, it's an idea. Okay, he was the first person to coin the word lateral thinking, and we call it today thinking outside the box. Okay, this round is purely based on his theory of lateral thinking. Each contestant will be asked one direct question. This question requires basic knowledge on the part of the contestants, but is actually a test of how laterally you can think. Each participant will be shown one direct question. You will be given exactly 20 seconds, and I'm going to have a timer in my phone for this. Okay. The previous counting was done by the clock in front of me and by my hands. This is going to be done on a clock. The reason being, these questions need to be answered in the time limit of 20 seconds. Okay, and the answer must be accurate, pinpoint accurate. Each question is worth 15 points in positive and minus 5 points. Okay, contestants can pass on the question and there is no negative marking for passing. So it's a twist. If you don't want to answer the question, you can pass it. You will earn no negative points if you can't decode the answer. But there will be plus 5 points to a contestant for answering a carry forward question. But here is again a catch. The carry forward answer needs to be given in 2 seconds when I call your name. Let's say, Agastya, I ask you a question. Okay, we have a sample question. If Nelson Mandela and Mahatma Gandhi swapped the names of their autobiographies and the word freedom is now called liberation, then what is the new name of the autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi? Your 20 seconds have started. It's a sample question, Agastya, don't worry.
Sir, I have no idea about both of their autobiographies.
Okay, so it gets passed. It gets passed on to Sakshin. You have 2 seconds to answer if you know.
My experience with liberation.
Sorry?
My experience with liberation.
Okay, let's check if what do the others think? Is that right? Think carefully, break it down.
The 2 seconds are over. Ready to pass to the next person.
Don't worry, it's a sample, Siddharth. I'm opening it to the entire floor.
It's a long walk to liberation, right?
It's a long walk to liberation. All right, Sakshin?
But the question was that the Gandhi's new name would be
No.
Gandhi's autobiography's new name.
So we swapped
the new
it,
name
right?
of the autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi, so it would be.
Yes, my dear friend, but if you notice the
Maybe my
first
question
part,
was wrong, but the answer that you have
we
provided
swapped
there
it.
is also.
Read the first line. If Nelson Mandela and Mahatma Gandhi swap their names of the
both swap. Okay.
What is a swap? Swap means both sides, right? So long walk of freedom became long walk of liberation. You see, that's why, what is it? Lateral thinking. Okay. So all of you will have to laterally think and the answer needs to be given in flat 2 seconds for the carry forward. The person who's answering, I'll give you 20 seconds. But the reason that the carry forward guy only gets 2 seconds is because that person is already getting 20 seconds to answer the question when the other person is thinking. Right. So I don't want anyone to think when I give you the carry forward. You have to instantly blurt out the answer or I move ahead. Okay, first question will be for Agastya. Agastya, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm just going to share my screen.
Sir, just a minute, sir. Everybody should be unmuted, right? Because again, this is a carry forward round.
And I am going to be following that before I ask the question, Siddharth. So don't worry.
Sorry, sir.
No problem. I think it's a part and parcel of the quiz where contestants are worried if we're following and adhering to proper rules. But before I would have asked Agastya, I would have called everyone to unmute themselves, which is why the moment I share screen, it will not be on the question. It will be on the All India Global JK quiz page.
Right, sir.
All of you, please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
All right. So here we go. Agastya, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Here you go. If the President of India shifts his residence to the Charminar and Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh swap capitals, then who is the Chief Minister of the state in which the President now resides? 20 seconds start now. Read it carefully, think and answer. 16 seconds to go.
Should I like to pass it?
You like to pass it? It will be passed on to Sakshin. Sakshin, I need the answer instantly. No clue? Passed on to Ananya.
Jagan Mohan Reddy.
Very close. I know why you gave that answer, but that's incorrect. Pass it on to Siddharth.
MK Stalin.
Incorrect answer, guys. Think and look carefully.
Capital changed.
The capital also changed. All right, Sakshin and Ananya. Now remember. See, I'll break it down. If the president of India shifts his residence to the Charminar, where is Charminar? Hyderabad.
Yes.
Okay. Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh swap capitals. Then who is the chief minister of the state? I'm not going to give a lot of hints in this question. Why? Because we have 4 more questions to. Okay. So if you want me to decode this completely, we'll come back later. All right. Those who understood, understood. Now let's quickly go to Sakshin. Direct question. Assistant Quizmaster ma'am, please note that he will not get any negative marking because he passed the question at a step. Okay. And nobody answered it correct. So nobody gets a carry forward. All right. Sakshin, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Here you go. If Sachin Tendulkar was a hockey player instead of being a cricketer, the Olympics is now being referred to as the Matrix, and Sachin achieved the same feat in the Olympics as Manpreet Singh did recently, then what feat did Sachin achieve? Time starts now. You have 15 more seconds. 10, 5.
Sir, I pass.
All right, pass. Just in time. Pass it on to Ananya.
Bronze medal in Matrix.
Bronze medal in the Matrix. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
It has to be, because I would have not taken any other answer, because answers have to be submitted in 2 seconds. Well, that is the right answer. He won a bronze medal in hockey for the Indian hockey team in the Matrix.
Yes, and now Olympics is referred as Matrix is put in the question.
Right. I will still not decode this right yet because we have other students yet to answer. I'll decode every question for all of you in the end. Okay. So that'll be 0 for Sakshin because he passed and no negative, and that'll be +5 for Ananya. Now we'll go to Ananya's direct question. Ananya, are you ready?
Yes.
My timer is also ready. Okay, here you go. If oxygen is now nitrogen, carbon dioxide is now hydrogen, water vapor is now gold, then what do plants now give out during photosynthesis? Time starts now.
Nitrogen.
Okay, that was answered in 1 second, and let me tell you that is the right answer. Nitrogen is the right answer. That's 15 points to Ananya. Well done. That was very quick. Ananya, can you tell us how did you get to this answer so quickly?
Because I've learned about photosynthesis and plants give out oxygen. Oxygen now is nitrogen. And I have done these types of questions before.
Great, Ananya. That's great to know. Now moving on to Siddharth's final question. Siddharth, I'll just reload the timer. Okay, I'm ready with the timer.
Yes, sir.
Here you go. If the flags of India and Germany are now swapped and the Ashoka Chakra is replaced with the symbol in the center of the Sri Lankan flag, then what are the different colors in the new flag of Germany? I want all colors.
Okay. White.
Okay.
Saffron.
Okay.
Green.
Okay.
And orange. The color orange, in the not orange, but yellow, gold and yellow.
All right. Okay. You mean from the Sri Lankan flag?
Yes.
Well, Siddharth, that is not the incorrect answer, because yes, that's the correct answer. Orange, white, green, and yellow. That's 15 points to you. There's no need of a carry forward because it gets taken care of. Very well answered. And now I'm going to open the floor for the last question. Okay. Whoever answers it, I'm going to give you 1,000 points. Not in AIGJQ.
Oh, sir.
Look at Siddharth. Yeah. Look at Siddharth. So I'm going to give you 1,000 points outside of AIGJQ. So here's the question. This is one of my favorite questions. I'm not going to read it also.
Okay, sir. Sundar Pichai.
Incorrect.
It would be Kundar Pichai.
Well done, Sakshin. That's absolutely right. Kundar Pichai would have been right. And you know what I did is when I was going to the quiz, I noticed Google marked a small underline under Kundar because they thought who's Kundar? It's Sundar. And then I actually wanted to change it to Sundar. But then I read the question and I saw that S changes to K, which I also missed like Siddharth missed, but Sakshin did not. All right. So Kundar Pichai would have been the right answer. Okay. So that brings us to an end for round number 3. It's already 5:15. And I'd love for all of you to decode the answers back then. But it's a great display. So we're finally ready to see the scores. Shoini ma'am.
Yes. So the scoreboard looks somewhat like this. Siddharth is on 120, Sakshin is on 55, Ananya is on 70, and Agastya is on -5.
Right. So a very heartiest congratulations to Siddharth. Gopal, I think it's redemption because last time around you came runner-up. So well done. Can we have a round of applause for Siddharth? And at the same time, can we have a round of applause for every participant here? Because as we all claimed at the start of the session, we all are winners. We've all done a fantastic job coming to this stage. So there's no point to be disheartened or feel sad. Agastya, Ananya, Sakshin, don't feel sad. This is just the start of many competitions that you're going to reel yourself into and you've unlocked potential. So as I said in the start, in a competition, if you don't win, you don't lose, you learn. All right. So I'm sure all of you have learned a lot from this quiz. There's a lot for you to take back and do not feel sad. All right. Do not feel disheartened. There is something that our founder and MD would also like to speak on. Sir, please go ahead.
All right. Very good evening to all of you. Thank you so much. It was an absolutely amazing quiz to view. It's the first time I'm actually not the quiz master for the finale. So very happy on the sidelines to be seeing the entire quiz being conducted so smoothly. One of the things that I want to tell all the participants is at the very beginning of the quiz, I'd also informed all of you that it's important to strategize. It's not important to simply go ahead and answer questions. Some of you have ended up in second or third or even fourth position by virtue of being overzealous at times, especially in the first round. The first round was where a lot of things were decided. You had the ability to pass the +15 -10 or the +25 -15 questions, knowing how difficult they get. All right. If you notice, for example, Sakshin, in your case, that is where you lost out in the first round. In fact, it's important to strategize. You all are young. You'll move forward, not only in life, even with competitive examinations. If you notice, the opportunity cost of answering the third question in the first round was much higher than any of the other questions. It was +50, +10, -5, +15, -10. So if you actually answered that question incorrectly, you'd be going down from +15 all the way down to 5 for the 3 questions altogether. So whether to take that risk or not is something that needed to be very calculated. It's not important to go for the home run every single time. In the case of Sakshin specifically, I'd like to mention, you got the first set right, which was great. So the second set, getting those 25 points down is probably where you can work on for future quizzes. All right, strategy is very, very important. In the second set as well, it was just the master of disguise. It's important to be calm. Okay, sometimes we see something and say, oh, Order of the Phoenix, but it's actually Harry Potter. So it's important to pay attention. Our apologies on the slight confusion with regard to the question on Khalsa, Sikhism and Khalsa. We were going by the book with the answer that was shown, but as was correctly pointed out by Ms. Aditi Misra, who's been kind enough to see the entire quiz, we're absolutely right about it. Khalsa is also a correct answer for that. In the third round, once again, playing strategy is important. Obviously, if you are losing, you have no option but to go for, the highest scores altogether, highest points offered. But if, you were on lower scores, or if, you were in the lead, it wasn't necessary for you to be going ahead with higher points, which led to negative points. All right. And the last round is actually a round that we are going to be moving forward with a lot more in future quizzes, where we try a lot more lateral thinking, a lot more critical thinking, because honestly speaking, when we talk about forms of reasoning that exist in our students in India, typically inductive reasoning is our way of thinking. We know a question, we want to get to the answer. We want all of you to start thinking in different directions, which is what is going to start taking place a lot more now. So thank you so much. It was an absolute brilliant quiz. we're so happy to be, capping off the All India Global Jigyasa Quiz, which started 3 weeks back with about 2,500 students coming down to the final for today. And we've had representation from Kerala, from Mumbai, Thane, as well as Gurgaon. All of you doing your parents, yourselves, and your school very proud. Thank you so much for that. And the next version of the All India Global Jigyasa Quiz is going to be a hybrid quiz, for sure. This round is not going to be taking place online anymore. It is most certainly going to take place offline, with students from India and the Middle East converging at certain points in our country for sure. So we're looking forward to that. Thank you so much for participating so brilliantly. Well done, Aman. Well done, Soini. Kudos to my entire team, our sponsors, Juggernaut Books and Scram. And Aditi ma'am, you have been kind enough to stay till the very end. If there are any words that you'd like to share, we'd be very, very grateful. Right. I think there is a slight issue, I think, with regard to ma'am's connection. Aman, please take proceedings forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for, literally laying out what we did right, what we did wrong. And I can tell you very confidently, Agastya, Ananya, Siddharth, and Sakshan, that all of you have a way to go. And I said this to all the participants who were part of the first round of the finale. This is just your start. Okay, this is not the end. AIGJQ is ending, but your journey towards becoming an expert quizzer is just starting. I'll tell you why. You grow up a little more, you're going to start up knocking on the doors of competitive entrance exams. Okay, and those entrance exams are no piece of cake. Yes, there are going to be a lot of coaching and techniques that you're going to learn, but getting to the right answer will just not be something that requires you to know the correct answer. The way that you've gone ahead decoding, deciphering the answer through what has been mentioned in the question is an invaluable and an indispensable skill. Okay, so Sakshan, Ananya, and Agastya, I want you to be proud of yourselves because you've been able to do that, especially Agastya, that Versace hit was out of the world. Okay, so even Sakshan, decoding those autobiographies and finding the common link, you see that's your forte. So you are going to understand these things. And Ananya, I think you started really well, but of course, quizzes have their own pace and own speed. I think you lost your way in the middle, but that's fine. I think you had a lot of fun. You learned something. So if you all would like to share anything with all of us, we'd be more than happy to hear. Agastya, why don't you share something? How was your experience in the quiz? I think I was a quiz master for the quarters and the finals, but yeah, I've seen you progress. So how was your experience?
I'd like to say nothing actually.
No, it's okay, Agastya. I think sometimes we're at a loss of words, but if you did enjoy, just show us a thumbs up. Okay, a thumbs up with a smile, and I'll be more than happy for all of us. Yes, Ananya, what about you?
Well, in this quiz, I realized that I have to read more informative books now, because now in the next upcoming quizzes, I have to win it that time.
Amazing, Ananya. That's the spirit. That's the spirit, Ananya. That's the spirit that I want everyone to take with them. Yes, Sakshan.
First of all, I would like to congratulate Siddharth for winning the competition, and also I'm excited to join the next edition and hopefully win.
Well, that's
win in the next.
Awesome, Sakshan. Very good. And finally, coming to the man of the hour, Siddharth, redemption time. Please go ahead. The floor is yours. Not stealing your glory.
So first of all, what I liked the most is that it was very competitive, and second of all, the thing which I loved was the way the rounds were made and the questions too. The way the rounds were made, like especially the second round. Like for example, the first thing when you look at, if you try to connect pottery and weights, you don't get anything. But then you have to say Harry Potter, dumbbell doll. Like you have to extend, you have to think more in a different way than you would think. And also the questions, they have an easy way of the questions give us an easy way out. For example, I never knew how many islands were inhabited in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, but then 7 more than the number of states before Jammu and Kashmir was declared a union territory. That was a big hint. Right. And Star of Adam. There are several quizzes where they just ask Star of Adam is the biggest gem of which type. I would have never got that question, but still they told.
You know the answer.
Yes, and that is what I really liked. Rather than pushing us into learning facts that we actually might not have needed or might not have studied, they always gave us a way so that the logic and reasoning could take place, and so that we could arrive at the answer. That's something
Absolutely.
which I really liked.
Very well said. I think he's literally summarized whatever we've trying to be saying since the past 3, 4, 5 hours. In fact, that quizzing is not about answering the question right. You can mug up. Okay, a computer is a memory disk in a computer. It knows all the answers in the world. So what's the difference between you and a memory disk? Is that logical thinking? Is the method that you use to get to the answer? So I want all of you to be proud of yourselves and keep participating, keep learning. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Thank you so much, Sohini ma'am, for keeping the scores. And thank you so much for the backend team and Mr. Fursan Lakhani, Ankush Tiwari, Atharva, and Mr. Akash Singh, and all the other lovely team members, Mr. Nabil, Mr. Anansh, Pranjali, Ashi. I know all the team members have not been able to join us. Sneha, Rispa. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. Sohini ma'am, please let me know. Yeah, even if I'm forgetting someone, I'm so sorry. Yes, also before I go ahead, sorry, Sohini ma'am, just a minute. Everyone over here gets a certificate of merit. Okay, even if you're a runner-up or if you're a winner, you get a certificate of participation as well. You get gift vouchers from Scram. You get goodies at your home. So that's a small reward that we want to give to all of you because yes, all of you have come to this far, right? 15,000. Agastya, I wanted to smile. You know, there were 1,000 participants and you were top 4. Okay, I know on the day, Siddharth, last year, what happened during the finale? Can you please tell Agastya?
Like, it's really hard. Like, I've gone to several quizzes and finished out last. It's okay. Of course, you feel sad, but what you have realized is that questions cannot run away from you. Like, if you lose at one thing, you try again and then you win at the next.
So Agastya, you see, last year Siddharth really messed up the finale. I'll be honest. You really looking after him, but this time he redeemed it. So Agastya, I'm sure with the lovely school that you go to, you're going to get a lot more opportunities to participate, to represent your school. And I think you've done all of us proud. So even Sakshan for that matter, and Ananya, and Siddharth, and Sohini ma'am, and the entire Skillsphere team. That's my time. Thank you so much, lovely audience members, for joining us. We will see you hopefully soon, as Anansha mentioned, hopefully in a hybrid version of AIGJQ.
So excited.